At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bobcats showing pressure. They're going to bring it. McGraw, pump fakes, wide open, Todd Brown, and he breaks it in. Back to Bruisman, avoids one rush, gets it up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Chieftains. There it is, finally. Scoreless no more. The header is good. Emery Weiser. 24-22, set point for Tonganoxie. Near side, Smoots gets the kill and closes out the first set, 25-22.
It's time for the Chieftains on your home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live.
And the 2024 Acacia Football Playoffs brings us back to Beatty Field, home of the Chieftains, as for the second year in a row, Tonganoxie finds themselves in the third weekend of the football playoffs here tonight in the sectional championship game. As for the second time this season, they will take on the Lansing Lions. It is all part of our exclusive coverage of the Acacia 4A sectional final right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And as always, Chieftain football tonight is presented by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, give them a call at 913-369-6600 as we cruise along to the S&S Body pregame show. They've been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work since 1972. Get your ride back in the game today. You can learn more at their website or give them a call at 913-369-3193. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. Dylan Funk here with you. Have a great game on tap tonight. A season with high expectations. The Chieftains have lived up to them at this point. They are now back in the sectional final and one win away from going to their second ever sub-state championship game. And they earned that right on a big win last week on the road at Fort Scott. Through the rain and all, they erased a 10-point halftime deficit as they beat the Tigers 34-28, outscoring them 22-6 in the second half. The defense stepped up in a huge way in that second half. The effort was led by Cale Dye, linebacker Elijah Holthouse, the phenom sophomore who has been an absolute monster since that final week in the regular season against Ottawa. He has been unstoppable nearly. We had Kendall Smith also return to the pass rush last week as he got back there, had a strip sack and many pressures against the Tigers. This pass rush for the Chieftains, that has been a big key to their success here over the past few weeks, and it was prevalent last week. They're going to need it again here tonight. Meanwhile, Lansing last week, they went on the road and knocked off the top-seeded Atchison Phoenix 23-15. Sophomore running back Jackson Pollard, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the defense also collecting 5 sacks. So these two teams, everybody remembers, back in week 3, they met up at Lansing where the Chieftains took it at the end 14-13. It was a thriller as Mekhi Butler fumbled the potential game-winning touchdown. That would have been a pass from Reed Oakley. It was knocked out the last second. It was a great tackle by Jacob Marins with the helmet on the ball. It was fumbled, recovered in the end zone by Todd Brown, and that was the end of that. And everybody also remembers that handshake line. It was a little bit rocky. That ended that game. There was a lot of animosity, and you can bet that's going to carry over again here tonight. I imagine we're going to see it's going to be a little bit more high-spirited. Let's just put it that way. We'll see how these two teams want to handle it. But again, Chieftains get the 1-point win. But everybody knows when we get to this point into the postseason, you could basically take the regular season. If you played a team once, just take that result, wipe it clean. These teams, week by week, they're 0-0. So Tongie's going to have to come out. They're going to have to bring their A game tonight. They did not play their best game back in week 3, nor were they really ready to, as that was just 3 weeks into the season. This is now the 3rd week of the playoffs. That was 8 weeks ago, this game that we were talking about. So it is going to be an exciting one tonight between the Lions and the Chieftains. We got more coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll break down this matchup and plenty more coming up later on here. The S&S Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Community-minded and community-strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small-town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. Where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Welcome back in the SNS Body pregame show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Let's now go in and we're going to take a look at our, well, we usually call them our area matchups. We're going to call them around the bracket matchups tonight. These are presented to you by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com as we take a look at the 6A bracket. Defending champions Gardner Edgerton back at home, that top seed on the east side. They're taking on the Clint Rider squad and the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies. That should be a great one over there. Tate Nagy, young son of Chiefs offensive coordinator Coach Nagy, leading the Blue Valley West High School Jaguars, another home playoff matchup for them against Shawnee Mission Northwest and the Cougars. Meanwhile, on the west side, dominant Derby. They host Wichita East and the Blue Aces, and Manhattan takes on Wichita Northwest. Should be a lot of great matchups up there in 6A. Let's take a look at 5A. We'll start over on the west side of the bracket. Hayes High School, the 9th seed, making a terrific run. They will now run into Hutchinson in that matchup, and then Goddard Eisenhower High School, the Tigers they're hosting tonight the Topeka Seaman Vikings. Seaman, a tremendous year for them out of the UKC. So pair of great matchups there on the west side. We go over to the east side now. Potentially the game of the year in the entire state of Kansas is undefeated St. Thomas Aquinas, the 4A champs from a year ago, now back up in 5A, and they host the 5A juggernauts led by Joel Appleby, Mill Valley. That is two great programs with talent all over the field, again led by two great coaches, Randy Dreiling for the Saints. We just mentioned Coach Appleby for the Jaguars. That should be an excellent matchup. Excited to see the outcome of that one. Another 15 seed, Blue Valley North and the Mustangs on to the next round as they take on the 11 seed St. James Academy Thunder. St. James will host that one, 11 versus 15 in the bracket. Now we take a look here at the 4A side. Obviously, we got this matchup here, Lansing and Tonganoxie. Meanwhile, the other one we will keep our eyes very close on. It will be Chanute hosting the Bishop Miege Stags, the other 15 seed that's still playing in this third weekend in November. And I do just want to put this out there for anybody. If you're wanting to keep an eye on that game yourself, you can also go onto YouTube and you look up the Chanute Blue Comets. They have a student-run live stream that is also free, just like we are, and they do a tremendous job down there. I've met them the past couple of times where Tongi has been down in Chanute. They do a great job, so if you're wanting to kind of keep an eye on that game, to see what's happening there, you can always check that out over on YouTube. But also keep an eye on this game here tonight, Tongi and Lansing. Meanwhile, out on the west side, you got top-seeded Wamego hosting Buhler, and Andover Central against Wellington. 2 and 3 Jaguars and Crusaders. That should be a terrific matchup. The Crusaders last week knocking off the former 5A runner-ups. Now they dropped to 4A. That was Cape and Mount Carmel, and they were able to beat them by a point last Thursday in a thrilling game, one of the games of the year in Kansas high school football. Again, those were our bracket matchups tonight, brought to you by Wizard of Paws. We're going to take another break. More coming up here on the SNS Body Pregame Show.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Getting closer and closer to kickoff here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, just about 18 minutes away. And while we have some time, you see the high school marching Chieftains getting ready to take the field. But let's take a look at the matchup last week at Fort Scott. It is our last week's recap and analysis brought to you by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. So we go to the first quarter here. This is the Chieftains' first possession deep in their own territory. Tanner Hand says does not matter. That is just what he has been doing this entire year. Strong running. That would put the Chieftains just past the 40-yard line. Third down and long here. Talon's going to roll out. And deep ball is thrown. There is Todd Brown able to bring it in. He erupts in this game. His first of many touchdowns. That one for 56. Extra point be missed by Cody Lobb. He missed his first extra point of the season, so it's only 6-0 game. And here come the Tigers right down the field, and he goes right up the middle. Ryder Newton, strong running, 13 yards away, and he gives the Tigers their first lead, 8-6. Next drive, and a throw down the line this time to Todd. Makes a couple men miss, and you can kiss him goodbye as he will go all the way to the end zone, that time for 51 yards. And just like that, Chieftains with the lead. Can't convert on the two-point try, so it's 12-8. Pressure here from the Chieftain defense forces Maddox Van to throw that ball away. It goes incomplete. Chieftains, again, deep in their own territory, had a drive going, but a fumble put on the ground here. Thought Talon might have gotten on top of it, but the Tigers able to take it away. That was the first turnover in this game, and a big one for the Tigers as they were still down. Ryder Newton, small window, but able to squeak through. Big gainer on the ground. Very next play, a toss out. And a little sidestep there by Gomez, and he is gone. 22 yards, and again, the lead flips back over to Fort Scott. They have the ball again. This is 10 seconds and counting. Little trickery, double pass here to the end zone. It is brought in. 26-yard touchdown. Prairie Field was rocking. Tigers had the 10-point lead at halftime. Chieftains come out. This is the very first play. 1st and 15 off a penalty. Talon able to get it away before he goes down to the ground. Don't see him connect with Tanner Hand very often through the air, but a big one there. Meanwhile, very next play. Another throw down the line. Same side of the field, different side of the field, same story. As up the near side, up the far sideline, Tanner's able to go 54 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns, all of them for 50-plus yards. Chieftains only down by 3 now. Now here's a punt. Bad snap. Able to throw it away. That's Van, the quarterback. It wasn't a designed trick play, but off the bad snap, nearly made something out of nothing. Chieftains back the other way. A little dump off here again to Todd Brown. Look at that cavalry he has. Gets a couple of key blocks, takes it down to the 5-yard line. A couple of plays later, Tanner Hand says, I want in on some of this touchdown action, and he gets it from 2 yards out and gives the Chieftains the lead. Jailbreak on the pass rush here for Tongi. That was Elijah Holthouse that got there first. Again, he has been phenomenal the past 3 weeks. Chieftains back with the ball. A throw down the field here, and just off the fingertips of Jacob Marins. Chieftains would punt the ball away Fort Scott back the other way, scrambling around. Van, what a block he gets there from his big offensive lineman, Luke Harris. And able to find some daylight as he takes it past the 20-yard line. First play of the fourth quarter, he caps off the drive himself. 10-yard rushing touchdown. And again, Fort Scott back in front by 2. Chieftains back on a drive. 3rd down and 7. Strong run. One of the clutches of the year so far from the senior leader, Talon Langford. Hands it off to another senior leader in Tanner Hand as he puts that in for a 3-yard touchdown. 34-28 Chieftains. Meanwhile, Van to pass. He's feeling pressure. Wall is closing in. Has to get rid of it. Has his man. But Chieftains are there. This forces a 4th down and 5. Van again trying to roll out. Pressure coming. And sneaking up from behind. Kendall Smith. The strip sack. Chieftains get on top of it. A little over 6 minutes to play. Tiger defense able to get the stop though. 4th and 5 right in the hands of Marins. Couldn't quite bring it in. Good defense. So now a chance for Fort Scott here. A throw over the middle. What a dime for Lennox Van. And that puts the Tigers right around midfield. Now into Chieftain territory. 3rd down and 15. A bad shotgun snap. And Van is wrapped up and brought down again. Season on the line. 4th down and 20. Elijah Holthouse puts it away as he gets around the tackle. And that would end the game and punch the Chieftains' ticket to the sectional round again. Back-to-back regional champions as they win it 34-28 at Prairie Field. It was a classic right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We will step aside again. More coming up here in the SNS Body pregame show.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com. Back in Tonganoxie Sports Live and the SNS Body pregame show. Just under 10 minutes away to the start of this one. You see the tunnel being formed there with the good old red, white, and blues ready and waiting for the arrival of the Chieftains to come out of the locker room and make their way onto the field here in front of what is probably about as close to a sellout as you can get here at Beatty Field. A great crowd on hand. That visiting bleachers as well, they are starting to fill up with the Lions fans that are coming out and making the trip not too far away, maybe 15, 20 minutes, if even that, between the two high schools here, between Tonganoxie and Lansing. To give away a little bit of time, our player spotlight tonight brought to you by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. It's really easy here for the Chieftains. Obviously, there's a lot of people kind of keep your eye on. You could say Todd Brown from the performance that he had last week, 150 plus receiving yards with 3 touchdowns, each of those touchdowns for 50 plus yards. He's going to be a threat, and I can guarantee you this past week in film and in prep and practice, Coach Rick Pollard and his staff have labeled him as a big key of someone they want to try to limit here tonight. And also got to talk about Elijah Holthouse. This was a guy, we obviously know his brother last year, Isaiah, the stud senior for the Chieftains, a big part of that first run to the sub-state championship game a year ago. He's been a big part this year, not so much as far as his stats jumping off the stat sheet to everybody, but he's done a good job coming in as a tight end for this offense. He's been great and phenomenal in his blocking, paving the way for Talon and Tanner and Brady, whoever else has been running the football. He's done a tremendous job of that, and when they've thrown the ball his way, he's been able to reel him in. He had a reception last week against Fort Scott, but it's been his defensive presence that has really caught everybody's eye here over the past about 3 or 4 weeks, and I stamped that to the regular season finale against Ottawa, because that is really where he erupted and had a big game there, because they took Kendall Smith off the pass rush and kind of used him as a roaming linebacker, free safety kind of guy, trying to utilize his athleticism on the field. And they put Elijah on the line and really gave him the majority of Kendall's pass rushing reps, and he made the most out of him. He had a couple of sacks, and of course he had the interception to seal the game when the Ottawa Cyclones were going for the 2-point try and potentially winning the game. So Elijah's been on fire. Also had a strip sack against Schlegel in the Week 9 playoffs, and he had another couple of sacks last week at Fort Scott. We did not see Elijah have a impact on the game back in Week 3, so the Lions are saying, look, we know this guy wasn't as big of a threat as he was last time we saw these guys, but you can better guarantee the young sophomore, number 10 for the Chieftains, he is going to be a problem. Meanwhile, for the Lions, really easy. They got a lot of guys over there. They're going to spread the ball around. A lot of guys looking to get involved. But Jackson Pollard, you have to start with him, the sophomore running back, averaging 101 rushing yards per game this season. He had 136 with 2 touchdowns last week against Atchison. And you're going to see the Lions get him involved in many ways. They're going to hand it to him. They're also going to line him up in the Wildcat formation. For those of Tongi Sports Live, if you remember a few years ago when Samuel Clydesty was a senior, we saw the Chieftains. That's what they did when they lost their starting quarterback, and they had to rely on the underclassmen all those years ago, and they had a hard time getting stuff going on offense. They would line up in the Wildcat and get it going. We'll see the Lions do the same here tonight. Jackson is someone you always got to keep an eye on. And Aiden Ellington, you also see him at running back. I'm sure he had 10 rushes for pretty good yardage back in Week 3, but his presence is going to be coming off the edge on defense. We talked about how good Elijah Holthouse has been. Aiden Ellington has been that guy for the Lions pretty much this entire season. He combined for 3 of the 5 sacks last week that the defense was able to collect against Atchison. He's going to be coming in. He had the big hit on Talon in Week 3 that forced the ball loose and resulted in a pick 6 for Lansing, one of their 2 scores that they had in that game. So you expect him. He's going to be trying to come around the edges, especially with this Tongi line that they've been dealing with the loss of TJ Leeper, and they've shuffled some things around. Now, granted, they have played phenomenal over the past 2 weeks. I give a lot of credit to Coach Bond, the offensive line coach, and everybody else. So 5 on the line that has done a good job of basically not missing a step. John Golba there at center, filling in for Zach Fisher, who's moved over to guard. Gavin Rhodes staying put. You got Tucker McGuire and Cale Dye out there at the tackles, filling in, doing good. They have been up to the test, and they're going to be facing another good test here tonight with Aiden Ellington coming off the edge for the Lions. Again, those are our player spotlights tonight, brought to you by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Again, about 5 minutes away from kickoff in this one. Again, we're just waiting for the Chieftains to make their way out onto the field. I can see the Lions starting to come out of their locker room, so they're going to make their way onto the field here. They're going to get a nice ovation from the traveling fans that have made the trip, and I'm sure the Chieftains will not be too far behind. It has the atmosphere of playoff football. We said the same thing when we were up in Lansing earlier in the year, and it's even more true tonight. Winner moves on. The state semifinals, sub-state championship game, a win away from potentially spending Thanksgiving weekend in Emporia. Meanwhile, the winner goes home. Season is done. Lions have spent the past couple of years in 5A, now down in 4A this year, and find themselves right on the doorstep. So they're going to make their way onto the field here. Some boos here from the Tonganoxie crowd. Don't hear that all too often, but a couple of boos giving the Lions a playful welcome, of course. Bearing the flag, again, their own American flag, and the Lions flag as well. And here come the Chieftains starting to get into that tunnel. And this place is going to get loud. They're going to get up on their feet and welcome their Chieftains. Second year in a row playing in the sectional round. Great ovation from the Tonganoxie crowd as they make their way through. Both teams on the sidelines ready to get this one started. Could not agree anymore with them. Chieftains went on the road last week in the sectional round. Of course, how could we forget just a little over a year ago officially, but on the road at Atchison, that 57-50 shootout, one of the greatest high school football games in, I would say, Kansas football history, if you ask me. I might be a little bit biased, but it's not too often you see two teams that would get together, nearly 1,000 yards combined between the two. A little bit of a different story here this year. Now back at home, facing a common opponent. This game could be a shootout. It could be another 14-13 finish. We will see how it goes here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Coin toss here taking place right now is presented by Forever Fencing, your locally owned and top-rated fencing company in the Midwest. Go online for your free estimate today at www.foreverfencingkc.com. Hand, Brown, Fisher, and Smith, the captains out there for Tonganoxie, getting explained the ground rules by the official. He will now eventually show them the coin. He'll flip it in the air. And we'll see the results of this one. We know the Chieftains, as they come out, win the toss. They're going to, more than likely, they will defer their option to the second half. We'll see the Lions out here on offense. First thing can be said, if Lansing wins a toss, it's pretty much the norm nowadays in football. And taking plenty of time explaining all the ground rules, expectations. And we talked about the fireworks that the last matchup ended with. And I imagine the officials, they're aware of it. They're probably going to be keeping a close eye out, because I can guarantee you, with how much is at the line and at stake, there's going to be some extra spirited football taking place here tonight. So it looks like Lansing has won the toss and deferred. We will see Tonganoxie out here first. They will receive their backs to the field house. So there we go. Lions will get the ball to start the second half. Chieftains going to get it to start us here in the first half. As we are ready for kickoff in this one. An opening kickoff tonight presented by Lynch Real Estate, your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your next home and make your real estate dreams come true. Visit Dan Lynch and his team today in Tonganoxie. And thank you, everybody, for watching the SNS Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance. And yes, if you're just now tuning in, you are probably wondering, where is Dennis Drennan? Had a little bit of a procedure done on him yesterday. He is back home. He is resting up and well. So Denny, look forward to you getting back here in the press box with me, hoping the Chieftains can pull out a win here tonight and give us another opportunity to call a potential sub-state championship game. How exciting would that be? The town community just a year ago at this point, had never made it to a sub-state championship game. Now, all of a sudden, a win away from going to their second straight in back-to-back years. Totally incredible what Preston Troyer has been able to do with this team just 3 years into his head coaching tenure here at Tonganoxie. Chieftains going out ready to return this one. Alex Stevens and Todd Brown. Be ready for the return here. Starting to get that music going, trying to get the energy flowing here at Beatty Field. Lions will come out. They're going to tee it up at the 40-yard line. They're ready to boot this one deep. Both team a win away from a sub-state championship game. Trying to make it to that elusive 4th November weekend in Kansas high school football. One of 2 of 8 teams here in 4A that can proudly say they are still playing football. Lions and Chieftains. We got it teed up here. Number 90, Aiden Bonewitz, senior kicker, ready to kick it deep. Brown and Stevens on the return for Tonganoxie. It was a thriller back in week 3. Expect more of the same here in this game tonight. Week 3 of the postseason starts now. Sectional final on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's Stevens on the return, finds a good gap, and he takes it to the 30-yard line as he is tripped up. And that is where the offense will take over for Tonganoxie. Coming off that big win last week at Fort Scott. Here are some of the numbers for Talon. Had that big game through the early 9 completions, most of them to Todd Brown. 222 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also able to add on 49 rushing yards, a 140.6 QBR. One of his better games of the season when you need it the most. They're going to go with a handoff here, pulling on the offensive line. It's Tanner Hand still going. Lions trying to strip that ball loose, but he still is able to take it for a first down and more. That's exactly how you want to get this game started if you are Tonganoxie. A good gain on the ground. Chieftains pulling some offensive line on the right side. They're going to go with some tempo here. 2 receivers near side, Hand in the backfield with Langford. Talon's going to pass. He's going to go down the field looking for Todd Brown, and just off his fingertips, incomplete. A little bit out in front, but just barely. And Todd's going to tell you he needs to catch that 10 out of 10 times. Would have been a big hitter right out of the gate, but it goes incomplete. Yeah, Tanner Kell, the defensive back, in coverage. He will also be a receiving threat on offense for Lansing, as we just about had our first big explosive play of the game. 2nd and 10. Again, Chieftains going fast down the line to Marin's, able to reel this one in, make his way through into Lions territory. He goes as he is taken down at the 49-yard line. And it was in that week 3 matchup against Lansing where Marin's really had his breakout moment in that game. A couple of really big receptions. It also made an impact for himself on defense. He's coming off a fairly rough game. A couple of drops last week against Fort Scott, but he collects his first catch right there. So we got about a 3rd and 3 coming up here. And it's a handoff. It's Todd Brown out of the backfield, getting a little bit cute on the formations, Zortongi, and it's going to work here. Another first down picked up and a first 3rd down conversion of the night. Things are working here for Tongi. Into the line there, wasting very little time getting lined up again with that 2-back set with Hand and Brown. Talon right in the middle of them. 2 receivers to the near side, and again, Talon's going to keep it this time. Spinning his way through contact, lowers the shoulder, runs right over Tanner Kell, and he takes that one for an 11-yard gain on the ground, and the Chieftains are fired up out of the gates in this one. You can see it on the face right there of the senior leader, Talon Langford. Back to the line, Hand in the backfield on the right side of Talon. 2 receivers near side, 1 at the top. Back to the ground they go with Tanner, waiting for his lineman, looking for something to open. Lions are there, and finally they are able to get what is going to be a minimal gain for Tonganoxie. Still a 2-yard gain, but compared to what they've been picking up early in this game, that will be considered minimal. So just under 10 minutes to go, 1st and 10 here. We do have just some fans here at the bleachers. They are just standing up. That is why you cannot see the time and downs right now, but that is okay. Back again on the ground this time. Talon pulling out of the gut of Tanner, and he will be wrapped up and brought down. A nice, decent gain on 2nd and 8. Couple of Lions there able to bring him down. Noah Matheson on the stop. Also had a big game last week at Atchison, one of the defensive leaders for this Lions team. 2nd, 3rd down of the night for Tonganoxie. They're 1 of 1 so far. And back on the ground they go with Tanner, and he is wrapped up quickly, but his momentum taking him forward. He needed 3, and I think he just got enough. He did. They will go ahead and move the chains. And Tonganoxie starts out 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on that carry there for Tanner. Tanner was explosive last time he saw the lines. He had nearly 100 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns in the first quarter alone. His 2 touchdowns were enough for Tonganoxie to hold on and win that 1-point affair, 14-13. Talon back on the ground, and you can tell the Lions are starting to get into that backfield, muddy things up at the line of scrimmage. Not a big opening there for Talon to pick from as he just dives his way forward and maybe picks up a yard. So 2nd and 9, or maybe they're going to just say no gain. Thought initially they were going to give him a yard, but they will say no. This gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for Tonganoxie coming up here. Holthouse in, attached on that right side of the line. And now everyone looks back over, looking at Coach Troyer getting the play call. Now Talon wants the ball. Lions coming across. Nobody moving for the Chieftains, so play will continue. Talon looking to pass, is going to roll out, has some green grass, trying to make a man miss, runs right at him. And is brought down there, and that is nobody in the offensive line. If there was anybody that just would have moved on that left side of the line, that would have been a free 5 yards for the Chieftains. Instead, Talon able to rush for it. Picks up about 6 on the scramble. Now we see this package. Talon is going to come out. This is a pretty big 3rd down coming up here. They put Bodie Maslak in the backfield. We've seen the Chieftains run with this package. Again, Brown in hand in the backfield with Bodie. And the freshman's going to pull it here, and he's going to try to run, and he picks up the 1st down. Well done for the freshman, calling his number here in the sectional final. And he takes it for the run and picks up that 1st down. And Bodie has gotten more and more looks as far as a rushing threat coming out of the backfield in the later parts of this season. Goal to go here for Tonganoxie. Looking to cap off this opening drive with a touchdown. They go to Tanner on that right side. Nothing there. Lions there able to wrap him up, coming off on the bottom of the pile. First one getting back there, making contact, Aiden Lazard. He also had Mathis in there as well. Tanner just able to muster up. Not maybe a yard, but again, they say no gain. Goal to go from the 9-yard line. Talon back to the air, looking for his man, overthrows him, incomplete. Had a little bit of space. Looking for the leading receiver, Todd Brown. He sends it a little bit far out of bounds and incomplete. Here's what Todd Brown's numbers looked like from last week. The 6 receptions, 178 yards, nearly 30 yards per catch, all with 3 touchdowns. A performance for the ages for the senior receiver coming alive here in the postseason. Down 1 of 3 through the air on this drive. Go back to the ground. Todd trying to stretch it out. He's going to look for that near pylon and is just going to get in there. A 9-yard rushing touchdown for the Chieftains. And what a way for this Chieftain offense to go right down the field and score. And Todd Brown able to use his speed to get around that edge on the right side as he just tucks it inside that pylon. The official down the line had a great look at it and was able to look at it and say he was in there. A 9-yard rushing touchdown and another postseason touchdown for Todd Brown. Cody Lobb on for the extra point try. Again, Lions coming across early. That'll cost them a penalty here. We'll see what the Chieftains want to do here. Your options aren't very plentiful as far as extra points are considered. You can move it a little bit closer. If you want to go for a 2-point try, you can. But we've seen this a couple of times from Tongi this year. They just usually elect to, they just want to kick it. And that's exactly what we're going to see here. They will decline the penalty. And again, my apologies for the clock and stuff not being visible right now. Well, we continue on. Cody Lobb, extra point try, up and good. And that caps off the beautiful opening drive for Tonganoxie, going down the field and scoring thanks to a 9-yard rushing touchdown from Todd Brown. Lansing gets the ball first, next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
It was a 14-play drive there for the Chieftains, nearly eating up half of the game clock here. You see 6 minutes, 18 seconds. We get a decent scan. Cheerleaders getting this packed crowd here at Beatty Field fired up and ready to go for this one. We're getting ready to see the Lions with the ball for the first time in this game. Chieftains going down the field and scoring. 9-yard rushing touchdown from Todd Brown. Again, Dylan Funk here. Caden Garbajo coming out over at Spring Hill Sports Live, working on camera for us tonight. Appreciate you coming out, Caden, and joining us.
It's always nice to have another week to film football here, so yeah. This is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is, for sure. Lobb able to kick this one away. Lions able to bring it in, and now on the return, and brought down shortly after Braden Jackson, the tight end. Some manageable starting field position here for Lansing. There was a little bit of confusion when that ball was up in the air, if who was going to bring that one in. That's by design. The Chieftains love that little high pooch kick. One, allows enough time for the recovery team to get down the field, and two, when a team has a blunder like that and it gets on the turf, Chieftains are right there to scoop it up. That has been a staple in this football program for the better part of 10-plus years, as long as there's been a Troyer at head coach. Started with Big T, Al Troyer, when he took over in 2012. And Preston Troyer still sticking with that here. So here come the Lions. Their first drive, led by former Tonganoxie Chieftain Reed Oakley, now a senior for the Lions, as he's going to hand it off here to a sophomore running back, Jackson Pollard, up the middle. And he'll pick up a decent chunk here on first down. You can expect a lot of that tonight. Oakley turning around, handing it off to Pollard, like we mentioned in the SNS Body pregame show. Pollard at times will line up in the Wildcat. He can run it, he can pass it. He's collected a couple passing touchdowns this year, also has some interceptions. The Lions are not going to be afraid to mix it up and give this Chieftain defense a couple of different looks. That's a good hole on that right side, opened up, quickly recovered and able to bring him down. Joel Murray, number 25, able to get the tackle there on Pollard before he was able to pick up the first down. A 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Lions. BA announcer Brendan Bolin trying to get everyone fired up. Chieftains went 3 of 3 on 3rd downs on their opening drive. Let's see what the Lions do here. The rollout to that far side. Oakley eyes down the field, throws that way, and incomplete. Looking for his man, Mekhi Butler. He was covered by Todd Brown, and an early decision here for head coach Rick Pollard. 4th and 2 in your own territory, and it looks like on comes the punting unit. Which I think I would say definitely the safe choice, given what is all on the line in this game. I would even think if this was in a regular season setting, this would be a punting down as Oakley will back up. He will take the snap and boot it away. Schmidt back ready to return this one for the Chieftains. Back to Oakley, and he gets it away. High punt. Going to land on his side. He's going to take a nice friendly Lions bounce. As Tongi will take over right around their own 21-yard line. Good punt through the air for Oakley. So far, Chieftains have the advantage. An opening drive touchdown. 14 plays for the Chieftains. Meanwhile, it was a 3-and-out on the first drive for Lansing. So a little bit of two sides of the same coins there as far as each team's first crack of the ball on offense. Troyer relaying the play call into the offense. So now comes set, ready to go. Plenty of time on the play clock. Able to get some up and away. Down's going to send Todd Brown in motion. Going over to that right side from the left. A handoff. Tanner Hand trying to stretch it out, cutting it back into a crowd of bodies. Lions all over it. And Lazard and many, many others trying to run on that right side and right into the teeth of the Lions den as they just keep them to no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Number 60, Connor Prey.
Well, Tanner started the game with a 12-yard gain on the ground. Since then has had back-to-back carries for 0 yards. 2nd and 10, play action, Talon to throw, and caught but can't quite get his feet underneath him. It's Todd Brown. Reception is still good. So that'll give him a little bit of breathing room here.
Number 6, 3rd down 4.
Another stretch out here. Todd on 3rd down, trying to get around the edge, and he's not going to get there. And the Lions defense, they will force the 3-and-out here. And Todd just not a lot of daylight trying to get around on that right side. Maybe just picked up 1 yard, but they needed at least 3 or 4.
This is a 4th and 2.
And what a turnaround it is for this defense after allowing that 14-play opening drive touchdown for Tongi. Next time out, forces the 3-and-out. Talon gets this one away. Another line drive punt. Takes a bounce right around the 39. Will roll up that far sideline. We'll see the officials mark it out of bounds. And Lansing will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And Chieftain football tonight presented in part by our friends over at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu, the official higher education partners of Tonganoxie Sports Live. And Dylan Funk here with you alongside Caden Carbajo on camera. Dennis Drennan not here tonight. Hopefully we'll have him back next week. Hope you're resting up well at home, Denny. We all miss you here at Beatty Field. Chieftains with the early 7-0 lead. 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Second drive for the Lions starts on the ground with Pollard. And Chieftain defense able to get back there and keep him to no gain. Might have even lost a yard in the process. We'll see how generous the officials want to be. And we'll say just no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. And Pollard, the running back, averaging 101 rushing yards a game. Last time he met the Chieftains, he was just held to 66 yards rushing. Back to the air, here goes Oakley. He'll throw near side and completes it to Butler, trying to get around a man. And able to work up the near sideline before he's knocked out of bounds. And a good reception on 2nd and 10 to bring up 3rd and manageable. It's that 1-4-6. There's the first completion of the game for Oakley as he finds his man, Makai Butler. Butler on the year, 32 receptions, 620 yards, 5 touchdowns. And was about a half yard away from potentially giving the Lions that win earlier this year. 3rd down and 3. Oakley again on the rollout over to that far side. Pressure coming, tipped in the air. That's Tanner Hand coming in. And it goes incomplete. And again, 4th down for the Lions in their own territory. And they will bring on the punting unit again. So 3 straight 3-and-outs between these two teams after the opening drive touchdown for Tongi. 2 minutes, 15 seconds still in this game. Still in this first quarter. I say there's way more time than that left in this game. The 2:15 left here in the opening quarter. Chieftain defense looking up to par as they force back-to-back 3-and-outs. That one courtesy of a deflection on the pass rush from Tanner Hand. Snap is back to Oakley, in plenty of space, and puts it in the air. Almost a perfect spiral coming off his foot. Pretty impressive. As it again will take another nice Lansing roll. And inside the 20 is where the Chieftains will be pinned, right around the 17-yard line where they'll start. And not too often we've seen the Chieftains in this later half of the year come out and have 3-and-outs. Lions were able to get the stop in the 3-and-out last time out. We'll see what the Chieftains have in store here on their 3rd drive. 2 receivers stacked near side, one at the top. Hand in the backfield with Langford as he'll look to pass. He's going to air it down the field. Todd Brown has a step, trying to dive out for it, and again, incomplete. And that's 2 deep balls dodged here early by Lansing as Todd was able to get around Angel Alvarado, the senior defensive back for Lansing.
2nd down and 10, Chieftains.
And Talon just trying to drop it right into the breadbasket. Both times on the deep shots to Todd Brown, they've just been a little bit too far out in front. First one went off the fingertips. That one off the diving effort, still not able to bring it in. Back to the air we go on 2nd and 10. Talon this time will go to the sticks, and it's brought in by Marins as he circles around, already shaking off those drops he had last week. 2 catches for him early and a 1st down there. Nearly 20 yards that time. First and 10 here for the Chieftains. Through the ground they go with Tanner. And met by Lions. Lazard again in on that stop, helping him drive him back.
Number 22, hand the ball carrier for the Chieftains.
Lee, one of the first ones to make contact. Might be looking at Aiden Leftwich, number 52.
Tackle by number 4, Aiden Lesser.
Just a gain of 2. So again, after the first carry for 12 yards, they have been able to bottle Tanner Hand to 3 yards or less a carry. 2nd and 8, fake the throw down the line, looking deep to Marins. It's well covered, and Talon having to scramble out and just throws it away. And that was the exact play. Again, we go back to the first matchup in week 3. Lions got burnt on that play 2 or 3 times in that matchup. That time, remembering from their past mistakes, it was well covered, forcing Talon to just throw it out of bounds, forces a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8, 53 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Talon with time, steps up in that pocket, throws and completes it. Coming back to get it into Lions territory, Alex Gardia. Another guy that's been coming on as of late for Tonganoxie as he brings that one in. A big 3rd down conversion as the Chieftains make their way into Lions territory. Yards to the air, back they go again. And again, they go back to Brown, who was wrapped up immediately by Mekhi Butler and is going nowhere. Time. No gain at the 40, 2nd and 10, and that is where it looks like we're going to be picking up here at the start of the second quarter. 1 down, 3 to go here from Beatty Field. Chieftains an early 7-0 lead. They have the ball in Lansing territory. Next play will be coming up on the other side. First play of the second quarter next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great. Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Start of the second quarter here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Exclusive sectional final coverage between the Chieftains and the Lions as we have our first carry of the game for Brady Martin on 2nd and 10. Let's see, we'll take it for just about 3.
Number 22, hand the ball carrier for the Chieftains.
On the 3rd and 7 coming up here for Tongi. Martin will come over to the sideline, hand back into the backfield. It's 4 of 5 on 3rd downs, including they just converted a 3rd and 7 to get into Lions territory. 21-yard reception for Alex Gardea from Talon Langford. At the Lansing 40, 3rd down and 7. Often trying to keep this drive alive, 15 seconds and counting on the play clock, so still plenty of time. Able to get everything set. Talon calling for the snap. Golba taking a second. Calls for it again, and it's blowing. It's at his feet. Ricochets, and Tanner Hand able to dive right on top of it. And at least, thankfully, able to get on top of it. But a bad snap for the Chieftains, and that's going to force the punt again.
Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th down.
End up being a loss of 2. We talked about this offensive line. They have shifted around, and that's been the new guy right in the middle at center, John Golba. He has been fantastic so far at the center position. Bad snap that time. Talon's punt. It's going to take a roll. It's inside the 5. Chieftains are there. Jacob Morin's able to bring it in. And how about that for a punt? Forcing the Lions to go 99 yards. They will take over at their own 1-yard line. So even after the 3rd down play not going the way they wanted, a beauty of a punt.
That was textbook punt coverage. I mean, you see them all down there over the ball. That's what you really want to see.
That's always, it looks like this year the special teams coordinator has been Cole Holloway. He's a legendary running back here in Tonganoxie High School lore back in the early 2010s. And that's something they do very well, Caden, like you mentioned. On kickoffs you see it as well, but on punting too. And Talon's been great, one of the best quarterback punters in high school football this year, and you just see it right there. 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line. Lions just trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. And maybe they're going to get a little bit of breathing room here. It will take it about up to the 4-yard line. That time it's Pollard. Kendall Smith in on the stop for the Chieftains. Lions looking for some kind of rhythm here. 2 drives, both of them 3 and outs. 2 in the backfield. Again in the Wildcat, Pollard pulls it, trying to keep, bouncing off a couple of tackles. Stroke run here for Jackson Pollard, and he well takes it out of the shadow of their own end zone, still breaking tackles, getting close to midfield, and that is where the Chieftains knock him out. Into the Wildcat go the Lions, as Jackson Pollard takes that one right on the doorstep of midfield. Nose of the football right at midfield. A huge gain on the ground for the Lions. Biggest play of the game thus far, 46 yards on the ground for Jackson Pollard. And this could be the spark that the Lions have been looking for. Winners of 3 of their last 4 games, coming in as the 8th seed. This one is run again on the ground.
Tackle made by number 66, Miles Robbins.
One thing Lions do have in their favor, they do have a 4-2 playoff record under the third-year head coach, Rick Pollard. First time he's led his team to the sectional round here at the 4A level. Going to keep it on the ground with Pollard. Hand is there and able to corral him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Number 1, Pollard, the ball carrier for the Lions. Tackled by number 22, Tanner Hand.
And another big third down looming here for Lansing. 0 for 2 so far on this mark as far as third downs go. So they got a 3rd and 6 here. Trying not to let that 46-yard rush from Pollard go to waste. Oakley on the rollout, throws it on the run, and incomplete. Had a man, Tanner Kell was looking for him. Might have just been a little bit out of his reach or going through his hands. That makes Oakley now just 1 of 4 for 6 yards through the air. And another drive for the Lions will end in a punt. Outside, if you want to grasp at straws, that 46-yard rush of the Wildcat for Jackson Pollard. That's been the kind of 1 negative for this Chieftain defense. Outside of that, they have been doing their part. This is a high punt. Peter calls, takes a bounce, will come back past the 30 and around to the 31-32. Again, a lot like the first matchup, where you see Tongi come out, they have a long sustained drive. They ended with a touchdown, but since then, neither team has really been able to get any momentum going. Makes it now 5 straight punts between these two. Three receivers spread out near side. For Tongi, hand still in the backfield with Langford. Back to the air goes Talon, wants to throw deep, will throw deep, looking for Todd Brown, and that one again just dropped incomplete. And out of the 3 long balls that we've seen from Talon tonight, looking for Todd Brown, that was the best one by far. A little bit of tighter coverage for the Lions. You also had Holthouse in the area. But so far, on the deep pass, the deep ball, haven't been able to connect yet for the Chieftains.
2nd and 10 Chieftains.
You just feel like eventually in this game that play is going to hit off. 2 in the backfield with Talon right in the middle. That's a snap, a handoff to Tanner. Trying to run forward, wrapped up around the waist, brought down. That game close to about 5, so he's got half of it. Chieftains trying to avoid the 3 and out here. Third and 4 off the gain of 6. Another chance to keep the drive alive for the Chieftains. They stick in that 2-back set. This time Talon pulls it. Push from the Lions. That stopped him in the backfield. He's not going to get there. Maybe a yard past the line of scrimmage, but that initial push from the Lions, knocking that offensive line for Tongi backwards. And Talon had linemen that were falling right into his lap, not able to get anywhere. Make it now 6 straight punts that we have seen in this game since our lone score. It's been a battle so far of field position. Another Decent punt here. Fair catch called for by Mekhi Butler, who brings it in. We always like to talk about our history of each of these matchups that take place. This is now the 58th meeting. We saw the 57th meeting back in week 3, but the 58th meeting between these two. Tongi now leads the series 32-25 after that 1-point win in week 3. The second time that they have met in the playoffs in the last 5 seasons. You go back to the regional round in the COVID year 2020. Tongi had a big win, 49-10 in that one, led by Tyler Bowden and Blake Poggi on offense. And Tongi has also won 4 of the last 5 games and 6 of the last 11 against the Lions. 1st and 10 here for Lansing. And back on the ground they go with Pollard. Chieftains there, driving him backwards. Kendall Smith, first one there for contact.
Tackled by number 6, Kendall Smith. No gain. 2nd and 10.
Again, 46-yard rush for Jackson Pollard on that last drive, but that was it. It has been very slim right now for these Lions. Second and 10, clock continuing to run, under 6 to go. In this first half, a throw towards the sideline, way too far and out of the reach. It goes incomplete, looking for his man Butler.
Quickly's pass incomplete.
We saw Oakley last week at Atchison. He came out, he threw a couple of interceptions, struggled throwing the ball through the air. That's where Lansing, they really turned to that Wildcat formation with Pollard at the helm, and something that they really have relied on ever since that matchup against Tongi. Be curious if they go to it here. 3rd down and 10. Oakley again back through the air, just one completion. This one underthrown and batted away. 11 and 12 there in coverage. That's Nyhart and Martin for the Chieftains. Again looking for Butler, and again another drive ending in a punt. The 3rd 3 and out of this first half for Lansing. Oakley wanted the deep ball. It was just a little underthrown. Butler still trying to come back. Made it at least a contested potential 50-50 ball. But 2 is greater than 1, with Martin and Nyhart both in the area as they swat it down to the turf. Lions don't get a yard on that possession. Another punt coming here for Oakley. Makes a bounce and a roll. Schmidt will get away. So it's been the punts from the quarterbacks so far. It's been the really big takeaway from this first half, in battle of field position, if you will. That opening drive for Tongi was 14 plays, about nearly 6 minutes, half of the first 12 minutes in that first quarter. And since then, the count for punts in a row is now up to 7.
James, with a quick announcement. Pizza is being sold on the south side of the home bleachers.
Lions out 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. Talent to throw, completes. Gardea, 1st down and more. Able to get past a couple of Lions defenders as he scoots his way up to the 45-yard line. And a good gain of 16 through the air.
By number 13, Angel Alvarado.
And Alex Gardea, a guy that really wasn't utilized in the passing game until that Week 9 playoff matchup against Schlegel. Had a few looks at him last week, and now he's got 2 catches in this one. 1 for 21, that last one for 16. Now back to the ground we go with Tanner Hand. Strong running as he takes it into Lions territory. Now the Chieftain offense looking to get back into their rhythm. 8 on the ground there for Tanner. That Troyer-style up-tempo offense in full effect. 2 receivers each side. Talon looking to throw, a beamer, caught again. That time by Morenz, 3 catches in this game for him, and another 1st down picked up for Tongi.
Tackle by number 3, Xavier Harmon. Yardage is good enough for a Chieftain 1st down. 1st and 10.
This offense is clicking. They'll slow things down for a moment. 17 that time. Langford to Marins. Another throw down the line. Todd Brown trying to make a man miss and not going to get far away out of the reach. Again, it's Alvarado there for the Lions. They love that, to throw it down the line, the shifty Todd Brown. If he can make a man miss, we saw it last week at Fort Scott, he can take it to the house with his breakaway speed. Not able to get away that time from Alvarado. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8.
2 receptions, 8 yards so far for Todd Brown. Design quarterback keep. Talon following his blockers, hit hard. Wrapped up just shy of the 30.
Number 4, Langford on the quarterback keeper.
Big hit there for the Lions. It's Aiden Leftwich, number 52, that made the initial contact on Talon.
Third down and 7.
You're not in field goal territory yet, but you might be in 4-down territory. We'll see what Coach Schreier wants to like to do here. Looking to pick it up here. 3rd down and 7. Play action going through the air again, and Todd wasn't ready for it. Incomplete, as Talon got rid of that about a half second too early, perhaps. And now decision time here for Coach Schreier, what he wants to do, and looks like he's going to stick with that offense out there on 4th and 7. Chieftains started with converting their first 3 third downs, all on that opening drive touchdown ever since, 1 of 4. Fourth down and 7. Talon looking to pass, bobbled it, and Lions right there to get on top of it. It's a turnover on downs regardless. And a big stop here for Lansing as they turn the Chieftains away on 4th down and 7.
Langford on the carry. Brought down by number 33, Noah Mathis.
And that was Noah Mathis, a sophomore, again getting back there. Both these teams, a pair of phenomenal sophomore pass rushers. Elijah Holthouse for Tongi and Noah Mathis for Lansing.
Lansing will take over on the 36-yard line.
You got to start to think for Lansing, getting that big stop, the takeaway, turnover on down for the defense. You want to come out on offense and try to reward them. Put a good drive together. Oakley with time. Time starting to run out. Throws it down the field and out of bounds. Incomplete. Nearly taking out Sean Lindenberger, the Tonganoxie Mirror. Good reflexes by him, able to dodge out of the way. 2nd and 10 up here now for the Lions.
All right, boys, keep the pressure up. Let's go. 2nd and 10, Lansing.
Yeah, not a great start to the year. 1 of 6, just 6 yards for Reed Oakley. At this point, I feel like it's just a matter of time when potentially we can see him try to shake things up on offense. And even with all things considered, you're still only down in this game 7-0. Your defense has done the job of slowing down the Chieftains, while the offense continues to try to figure it out. And it's not going to happen here. Pollard met in the backfield. Miles Robbins, see him up there getting out of the pile. Happy for that one, the senior, meaning Pollard, about a half-yard, 1-yard loss. Pollard struggled to really break free in the first matchup, and so far tonight, outside the 46-yard rush he's had from their own 4-yard line to take him up to midfield, it has been nothing. Looking to convert their first third down. 3rd and 11 for Oakley and company. Pressure coming, steps up, throws it down the field, and out of reach, incomplete, too far out of bounds. Brown in coverage. A.J. Allen, the targeted receiver that time, the senior for Lansing. And again, this Chieftain defense is pitching a shutout. So far in this one, 5 drives for the Lions, 4 3-and-outs. And what has also been a clean game so far. We're moving right along. Just had that one penalty called on the extra point try for Tongi. It was declined. Got an old defensive battle brewing here. And another good roll here. This one's going to go right around to the 10 nearly. Excellent punt by Oakley. Call it the 11. This is where Tongi will take over this time around. And Chieftain football tonight presented by our friends over at Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. Dylan Funk here with you as always, alongside our cameraman from Spring Hill Sports Live, Caden Carbajo. Dennis Drennan at home resting and recovering here this week as the Chieftains start on the ground. 6th drive for them. And it goes just to the line of scrimmage for no gain on the ground.
I have no doubt Dennis is watching the football game.
No, he is. I know he is.
No gain. 2nd down and 10.
Wild horses would not keep him from watching that game, watching this game tonight. Cheering on the Chieftains for home, I can assure everybody of that. In a game that it looked like maybe from the opening drive we could have some potential fireworks, but since then it has been anything but, as we are just about 40 seconds away from halftime. Chieftains still deep in their own territory. They run a play here. Again, Lansing all over it. Trying to stretch it out, maybe some outside zone on the right side. Another carry for Todd Brown. Ends up losing a yard this time. Chieftains do not have to take another snap here, as you hear some of the fans just say, let's go to halftime, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Well, not a drive, ending in a punt. So we had to stretch 8 straight punts to close out this first half in a defensive battle. However, Chieftains, the only ones to find the end zone so far, so they have the lead 7-0. Going into the locker room, 2 down, 2 to go here from Beatty Field. Keisha for a sectional final exclusively right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll step aside.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Family owned and operated, Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at J. Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the J. Hatfield family.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Welcome back in, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Halftime score, Chieftains 7, Lions nothing, as you are now watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. The White Birch Properties and their team are ready to help lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Chieftains Stars halftime routine taking place right now. Dylan Funk here, joined alongside Caden Carbajo, our friend over at Spring Hill Sports Live. And so far, it's 7-0 score. So we opened the game. It was a 14-play drive for Tongi, eating up nearly half of the clock in the first quarter as they punched it in on a rushing touchdown 9 yards out from Todd Brown. We've been seeing him run that two-back package tonight with Tanner and Todd both in the backfield alongside Talon. You can call it the T package, I guess, if you will, with the killer T's. I don't know. I'm sure they have a special name for it, I'm sure. But outside of that opening drive, it has been nothing but punts, which has been good if you're on the defensive side. If you're a defensive fan, if you love seeing good defense, battle of field position, this has been your game so far tonight. 7-0 score, 8 straight punts to close it out in this first half between these two. Chieftains ran 2 plays on their final drive, but just the end of half, they decided to take it to the locker room. So both of these teams potentially just 2 quarters away from moving on into the state semifinals, the sub-state championship game next week. It's still anybody's ball game as of right now. We got some quick stats here for Tongi. We'll give you some for Lansing. Over on the other side, we got Talent of the Year, 7 of 13, 89 yards. He's had a couple of really big receptions brought in. 3 for Marin so far for 49 yards, his longest of 20. And Alex Gardea, 2 receptions, 38 yards for him. First one was 21 yards, second was 16. And what a great job for him. Again, his first completion, his first touchdown was back just 2 weeks ago right here at Beatty Field. It was the Week 9 postseason matchup against 12-seeded Schlegel. And then he had a couple of targets last week, wasn't able to get one and really get any big yards into it, but he's been able to bring in his targets here tonight, 2 of them so far for 38 yards. Got Tanner on the ground, 10 carries, just 31 yards. His first carry of the game was for 12 yards, and give credit to Lansing and their defense. They've done a great job of rallying to him on the ground, getting there, and not allowing him to go anywhere. Since that 12-yard carry, he's had gains of 2, 3, back-to-back no-yard gains, 2 yards, loss of 2 yards, 6 and 8 yards. He started to break free, and then 0 yards on that last carry on that last drive before the end of the first half. Talon's been on the ground too, 6 carries, 24 yards for him, just 1 carry for Brady Martin for 3, and again, Todd Brown for 15 yards, 1 touchdown, 9 of those coming on that lone touchdown that we have had so far to give the Chieftains an early 7-0 lead. Third down conversions, Tonganoxie going fairly efficient, 4 of 7. They converted their first 3, and now they're just 1 of 4 since that mark. So we'll see where that continues to go as this game goes along. You imagine has been a big part of why we've been seeing so many punts between these two teams. Very poor on third down efficiency for Lansing. Real quick, just 0 of 4 to this point. Again, give a lot of credit to the defenses. I know I got a lot of old school fans probably watching right now and are talking about got to give credit to the defenses. It's not necessarily, people love to come out and watch a football game and see all the fireworks and all the deep plays, all the deep passes, the greatest show on turf, if you will, but we got a defensive battle brewing here right now at Beatty Field. We will step aside. More stats coming up on the other side as well. We will try to get some scoring updates from our Wizard of Paws area bracket matchups from the SNS Body pregame show. We'll try to get you guys updated on those. All that and more coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home, the Chieftains.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Back here, the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Caden Carbajo on the call here. 7-0 score. Let's now go back around and check in on our bracket matchups from earlier. These were brought to you by our friends over at Wizard of Paws. We'll start over in the 6A bracket, and we'll start working our way down. So they're at the top, Gardner Edgerton and Blue Valley Northwest. Huskies on top in that one, 13-7, defending 6A champion Gardner Edgerton on the ropes in that one. Shawnee Mission Northwest versus Blue Valley West. Jaguars in control. Blue Valley West 28, Shawnee Mission Northwest 14. We have a steamrolling, the top seed in the West, continuing to make their path to a sub-state championship. 35-7 Derby with the lead over Wichita East and Wichita Northwest and Manhattan. A close game as Wichita Northwest is up 21-20 over Manhattan in that 2-3 matchup. Should be an exciting finish in there. We go along to 5A, potentially the game of the year in the state. Mill Valley at St. Thomas Aquinas. Aquinas with the lead 15-7 in that game. We got Blue Valley North, the 15th seeded Mustangs, I should say. They are down 3 touchdowns at St. James Academy, 21-0. Thunder looking to be an 11 seed competing for a sub-state championship game. Out west, we have Hayes up 14-0 on Hutchinson. And as of right now, do not have a score reported for Seaman and Goddard Eisenhower. So we'll continue to look for a score on that one. And the moment we've all been waiting for, let's get over to 4A. Obviously, we've got the 7-0 game here. We got Bishop Miege currently up in Chanute as they are, looks like they're going to halftime in that one, 20-0. So 15-seeded Bishop Miege currently up 20-0 on the Blue Comets, looking to pull off 3 straight road wins in the postseason. and they'll be on the road again regardless of who wins this matchup. If it's Tonga, if it's Lansing, Miege will be making the trip to one of those two schools for the sub-state final, potentially. Still plenty of time in that game, but time is starting to run out for the Blue Comets, down nearly by 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. 20-0 ball game there. Out west, we got Buhler up 14-0 on top-seeded Wamego. The Crusaders looking to take one from the Red Raiders. That'll be an exciting finish there. And against Wellington and Andover, we have the Jaguars up in that one. Andover Central over Wellington, 28-13. So far, everything is moving along here on the 4A side of the bracket game. We'll continue to keep a close eye on that Bishop Miege Chanute game, and we got an exciting one here so far. Well, I guess depends on what you want to determine as exciting. A one-score game, though, in a postseason game, I'm going to call that exciting because anything can change, anything can happen at any given moment. So we will see how this all ends here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Marching Chieftains continuing their halftime routine. Lansing starting to come out of the locker room. Chieftains will be not too far behind them, under 3 minutes about from the start of the second half here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Keep it here.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
Back in White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Spent some time during that time out talking to the legendary Coach Jay here at Tonganoxie Sports Live and here in the Tonganoxie community. 7-0 score here. Both teams on the field getting warmed up and ready to go here in this second half as we give our second half keys to the game, brought to you by First Security Bank, your new locally owned community bank in Tonganoxie. Stop by and meet their friendly staff today at 415 Stone Creek Drive. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Kate, I always like to offer this portion up to whoever's running our camera. It's usually Denny that's doing this, but I like to offer it up. You saw that first half just like I did.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the second half maybe you're thinking of that either for the Chieftains or the Lions that they need to do better or more of to try to hold on and get the win here in the second half?
I mean, I would just say to maybe try and advance the ball down the – I know they've tried. Tonganoxie has tried, but, maybe try and run the ball to set up the pass. And that's what they've been doing that, but then when they have had shots down the field, then they weren't successful.
Yeah, we've seen that, and they took 3 shots in that first half at Tonga, and all 3 of them were right within range of being a huge completion, and that was something that we've been talking about here kind of in between timeouts is that eventually you feel like one of those is going to fall for Tonga. You just feel like one of them is eventually going to connect. And if you're that Lansing secondary, where in all three of those they had defenders that were trailing behind by at least a yard or two of separation, so you know that Lansing secondary, they're going to be looking for that. As for Lansing, I think, and another thing we were talking about for Oakley, when he's passing through the air, first of all, the running game outside of the 46-yard rush for Pollard, who now has 9 carries for 60 yards. You have Oakley through the air, just 1 of 6 for 6 yards, and that is something they need to get him going in the second half. Whether if it's little throws down line, just short intermediate passing game, something to get him comfortable, to try to get him going in this game. Because right now, if you're that Tonga defense, you know you're coming up and you're daring them to throw the football right now. And they've been taking some deep shots too, but none of them have been working. Oakley's usually one that's got one of the nicest touches and deep passes in 4A, but hasn't been able to find that mark here tonight. Just 1 completion for 6 yards. So we'll see how both these teams adjust here. You see Tongi circling up there. It's the patented Tongi jumping jacks. I'm not sure how it started here. It's just something that happened, and it's been doing and going for the past better part of maybe 15, 20 years. I don't know, but it gets the players fired up. It gets this crowd fired up, and that is signaling the end of these halftime warm-ups. Lansing going back over to their sideline. Chieftains will rally in the huddle, and they will break, and they will go out on defense. Lansing winning the coin toss, brought to you by Forever Fencing, before the game started, so they will get the ball here to start the second half. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And thank you, everybody, for sticking around with us. Third quarter, ready to get started here. Acacia for a sectional final. Chieftains looking to bring home their second straight sectional championship. Last year they did it on the road at Atchison. This year they're here at home. And talk about 2 completely different games. That game last year was a 57-50 shootout, and right now we had a first half that ended with 8 straight punts, and currently just a touchdown separating these 2 squads. We'll see where it goes here in this second half. For better or worse, it's going to be a good one. Chieftains trying to get back to their second straight sub-state championship game. Meanwhile, Lansing looking to get back there. It'll be the first time in quite a long, long time for the Lions. It'd be a first under head coach Rick Pollard. Got a little nugget here for you, Caden, before we get started. So you heard me kind of talk about the history and the meeting of these two. This is the 58th matchup. And the first game between these two on record, and I get this from Kansas Football History. It's a great website you can go to. I got the first matchup recorded in history back in 1911 between these two, and Lansing won due to Tonganoxie having to leave at halftime to catch their train ride home.
Oh,
I kid you not. You go into
Send me that
Kansas
link
high school
of
football
that website, because I will be on this all night. I love history.
Oh, it's a really, really great website. Just gives you little nuggets and stuff like that, and it's just mind-boggling to think about a team leaving at halftime to catch their train ride home. That's how it ended.
Yeah.
Chieftains have had the better of the Lions' recent history, and winners of the last 4 and 6 of the last 11. Cody Lobb teeing it up here for Tongi. 2 quarters down, 2 more to go here from Beatty Field in a 1-score game. Going to be brought in, put down on the turf immediately. A potential mistake out of the gate. Did the Chieftains get on top of it? They would take over right around the Lansing 30-yard line if they did. Officials trying to get to the bottom of the pile. No call official yet. Players circling around. It will disperse. Body language says Lansing got on top of it, and they did. A bullet dodged. Would have been our first really big blunder of the game. Lansing able to get on top of it. Just past their own 30-yard line is where they will take over. I believe Sawyer Jorgensen, was the one that got under it. Looked like he maybe wanted to try to get some return in, but instead ended up putting it on the turf, and that's exactly what that Chieftains kickoff team, they love those blunders to get down the field and score. So here go the Lions into the Wildcat as they go on the ground here on a rush for Aiden Ellington.
Number 20, Aiden Ellington, the ball carrier for Lansing.
He will get maybe just back to the line of scrimmage, maybe just a half yard, but nothing more. So like we were talking about with the struggles the Lions had in the first half, they had same struggles last week against Atchison. They go to the Wildcat. That really started to get them going, and that just totally did not look right at all. Flags will fly. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. It's only the second time we've seen a penalty flag thrown in this game. That's the first one that's been accepted. In both these cases, it has been against Lansing. That backs them up 5 yards. Lions, first time in that Week 3 matchup, they had almost nearly 100 yards of penalties in that game. 2nd and 9 now becomes 2nd and 14. Oakley in shotgun, looking to pass. Has plenty of time. He's going to roll to the near side. And throws it, and incomplete. Tight coverage there for Todd Brown, looking for his man Tanner Kell. And the struggles through the air continue here for Lansing and Oakley. Now 5 straight incompletions, 1 of 7 for 6 yards.
You know, you'd think Lansing would try to run it more, but Tonganoxie seems to just stop him.
I mean, that's the headache you're trying to solve if you're Lansing, because you had 1 rush for 46 yards. Outside of that, you're maybe just getting 2-3 yards a carry, and through the air, nothing's been happening. So that's why we saw him come out in the Wildcat. They're trying to find some kind of formula, the right solution. Back to the air, they're going to go here. Almost have to on 3rd and 14. Oakley throws on the run. Even if it would have been caught, wouldn't have been a first down. Looking for Pollard. Well covered here, and this clinic is continued to be put on by this Chieftain defense. As I would definitely imagine a punt would come on, but there is a flag over on that far side. And it's going to be an illegal procedure on Lansing, so again, they'll just decline that penalty. Fourth down coming. I was wondering what the holdup and what the stoppage was. I was thinking there's no way you could be contemplating going for it here. Fourth and 14, 4th and 15, deep in your own territory. I just would have been no way, but they had to get the penalty out of the way first. Nine straight punts now in this game since our lone touchdown. As this one will roll, this is still going to be really great starting field position here for Tongi. So far for Oakley, not his best punt of the night. In that first half, it was really a showcase of 2 teams and the benefit of having 2 great and excellent punters with Talon for Tongi and Reed Oakley for Lansing. The Chieftains will take over at their own 43-yard line, their 7th possession in this game. And in the backfield, Talon will throw. The quick comeback route past midfield is Jacob Morenz. He's starting to have himself a nice game here tonight. As they're going to mark him just about a yard shy. Gain of 9 on 1st and 10 for Tonganoxie. Now puts Morenz for over 50 yards on the night. Another throw for Talon. This time it's to Todd. Got the first down, trying to stretch it out and get as much as he can, and he shoved out of bounds by Kell over on that far side. And now this Chieftain offense picking up a fresh set of downs, looking to keep the momentum going and double their lead. Crowd playing a little bit ahead of our PA announcer tonight, sounds like. 1st and 10, Tongi at the Lansing 40. They go to the ground here to Tanner. He's tripped up, about 2 or 3. Picked up that time. Elijah Mathis, a senior defensive lineman, able to get in there, wrap him up and bring him down. Fairly minimal gain. And in this game where you have a showcase of two of the best running backs in Class 4A, and Pollard and Hand, and both of them have been pretty well contained tonight. Pollard's had the best with that big rush. Outside of that, it's been about gains of about 2, 3, 4 yards for each. Tanner again trying to go up the middle, met right at the line of scrimmage and not getting another inch.
Number 22, hand the ball here for the Chieftains.
Another big play here for the Chieftains and a long third down, about 3rd and 8.
No gain. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Closed out that first half 1 of 4, 4 of 7 in the game. Two receivers near side, Hand in the backfield, fake it to him, throw, Todd able to bring it in, right at the sticks for a first down. Lions trying to strip that ball out. Makai Butler trying to get that ball out, but he gets right to the line to gain for a fresh set of downs.
Yardage is good enough for a Chieftain first down.
Just what the doctor ordered. Chieftains are going to slow things down here now for a minute. You see on the clock, under 8.5 to go in this third quarter. Potential game-changing drive here for the Chieftains as they can make their lead 2 possessions. The way the defense has been playing so far, that could be ball game. And a stretch out on that left side again, not going to get far. Lions all over it. Noah Mathis that time. The Mathis brothers have been nemesis on that defense so far tonight for Lansing, holding hand to just another minimal gain of 1 yard.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd down and 9.
It seems when Tongi has gained no yards, then they just come back with a 10-yard pass and then gain back the yards that they didn't gain before.
2nd and 9. Talon with pressure, might have been deflected. Aiden Ellington coming right into his kitchen as he had to get rid of it a little bit earlier than he wanted. It goes incomplete. Another 3rd and long set up here by this Lions defense. And this is a point because if Tongi is able to pick up a first down here, they would be in possibly what they would consider field goal range as far as just wanting to try to make this a 2-possession game if that opportunity is able to come. There's a big 9-yard cushion between now and then. Lansing trying to get the stop. Talon to throw. Hit as he goes. It's to the end zone. Big play finally comes. Touchdown, Tonganoxie. That's Todd Brown. Finally, they connect. He's just been waiting and waiting for that play to happen, and it finally does. 29 yards away. And the big hitter there for the Chieftains as they look to double their lead.
On the 50 extra point for the Chieftains, number 44, Cody Ross.
Lob on, another extra point try for him. Again, Lansing coming across early. So that's 2 extra point tries we've seen for the Chieftains both times. The Lion coming across a little too early. That time it was Jackson, and again, it'll just be declined. Owen Schmidt on the snap, Mark Geiger on the hold. A pair of seniors there. Looking for the freshman, Cody Lobb, to split the uprights. Good snap, good hold. It's in the air, and it is good. And the deep pass down the field finally coming to fruition for the Chieftains as Talon finds Todd Brown in the end zone. 29-yard touchdown, 14-0 lead for Tongi in this 4A sectional final.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
This Tongi crowd, they've been waiting for something to erupt and something to cheer about, and that offense gave it to them. A 29-yard touchdown, Talon Langford to Todd Brown. 4 receiving touchdowns in just 2 weeks, 2 games for Todd Brown. 14-0 lead for the Chieftains. That's exactly how many points they scored in the last meeting. We'll see if this 14 potentially could hold up if they do not add on anymore. Fair catch called for by Jackson. Lansing takes over at their own 29-yard line, as they still are just looking for a drive to end in anything but a punt. It has been 6 drives, 6 punts, 5 of them for 3 and outs. It has been an absolute clinic put on by this Chieftain defense. It has been the bright spot all the way from the start of the season and all the way through the end. And made things very tough on the opposition. There's a few outliers there. You look at the Basin Linwood game, Tongi losing that one 44-6 or some final score like that. It was not pretty, nonetheless. And since that, they have brought their A game. Held the Tigers to just 6 points in the second half last week and have held the Lions scoreless to this point, as there's the second completion of the game for Oakley, able to find his man Kell. Now we're going to see the Lions go in a little bit of a hurry up. That last completion good for 3 yards. Low snap, Oakley scoops it up, throws, and again looking for Kell, a little bit low, but he just able to bring it in, a yard shy of the line of game.
Oakley's pass complete to number 17, Kell.
Trying to use that up-tempo style to their advantage. 2 receivers each side. Ellington lined up directly behind Oakley. 3rd down and 1, and whistles will blow. I see. Is there a flag over on that far side, or was there a timeout?
Flag in the play.
Okay.
Good ball. Full start. Offense.
Costly penalty there. In a game where it's been really tough already to get anything going on offense, they finally kind of get back-to-back completions. 3rd and 1 now becomes 3rd down and 6. 0 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Trying to change that here. Oakley, another deep shot down the field. Owen trying to get turned around, and he intercepts it. Looking down the field for Allen, but Owen Schmidt was there. It was underthrown by Oakley, and the Chieftains get the takeaway. Well, when I said they've been looking for a drive to end any other way, but in a punt, I'm pretty sure that's not what they were looking for. An interception by Owen Schmidt. He's collected a handful of those already this season, his first here in the postseason. And now Tongi, 2-score lead. All the momentum on their side right now. They are loaded up on that right side of the line. Let's see if that's where they go, and they will. Design keeper for Talon. Trying to stretch it out and knocked out of bounds. Brought down to the ground by Lessard.
Number 4, Talon Langford on the quarterback keeper.
He takes that close for about a gain of 5. We'll call it 4. This is the 7th time he has tucked and run tonight for 28 yards. Back to the air. Marins caught. Trying to break a tackle, and he does. Here goes Jacob Marins. Trying to evade a couple of lines, but they bring him down at the 30-yard line. And here come the Chieftains. Big connection to the air that time, 33 yards, Langford to Marins. I think it's pretty safe to say that maybe a little small case of the drops that Marins has had the first 2 weeks of the postseason, they are gone. Second reception tonight of 20-plus for him, that last one for 33. Strong run here from Talon, breaks through initial contact on the arm tackle and takes it for a respectable gain on 1st and 10. You can really feel it. Tongi is determined and motivated. If they punch it into the end zone here for 6, that could be the knockout blow. They go up 3 scores.
Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7.
Lions in desperate need
27-yard line.
of a turnover of some kind. 2 in the backfield with Talon. Well, snap again. Talon able to collect, and he'll just throw this one out of bounds and incomplete. And again, between him and John Golba, it's the second snap that we have seen has been low. The last one almost resulting in a potential turnover. That time, Talon at least able to scoop it off the turf, evade, and throw it out of bounds. So live to see another day. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Clock stop, 4 minutes, 56 seconds. Two in the backfield again for Talon. Back to the air. He wants to go. He wants another deep shot. This time, incomplete. Looking for Elijah Holthouse. Might have had that one hand kind of tucked down. He tried to bring it in one-handed. Would have been spectacular, but it goes incomplete.
Intended for number 10, Elijah Holthouse. Number 1, Jackson Pollard in coverage for the Lions.
And I think for Tongi, again, you're in that gray area. You can't send out lob for a field goal try. Not really worth punting it. Defense has been pitching a shutout, 7 straight drives, ending with a punt. The last one in an interception. They're going to go for it here. 4th down and 7. Chieftains 0 for 1 on the night. Looking to get it back to 500. Talon hit as he throws. And a deep ball to the end zone goes incomplete. Todd Brown wanting a flag, trying to beg with the official. It looks like he's also talking with Elijah. Maybe some kind of miscommunication there on the potential route running. I don't know. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, Chieftains not able to convert on 4th down. Turnover on downs over to the Lions. Again, like the call there, Coach Schroeder, no reason not to go for it there. Everything you've been seeing tonight, you're 100% comfortable with going for it there. So now Lansing takes over at their own 27-yard line. Back to the ground they go with Pollard.
Number 1, Pollard, the ball carrier for the Lions.
That one good for
Number 25,
about 4 yards there.
Jackson Dominic.
Dominic and others in on the stop for the Chieftains. Saw the Lions, it was working really well when they were going with that up-tempo on their last drive. They're slowing things down here. Oakley looking to pass again. Looked right, now looks left, rolling out. Looking for a man, just past the sticks, had to go up and come down, but did he get the feet down? He did not. It leads him too far out of bounds for A.J. Allen, not able to get the toe tap. And it goes incomplete. As you saw Oakley, as he was rolling out, he was trying to direct the traffic and telling Allen to come a little bit closer and closer, and Oakley just could not put it close enough inbounds to give Allen a chance to catch it and get that 1 foot down inbounds. Would have been a completion and would have been a first down. Instead, we now arrive here at 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Oakley to throw, down the field, has a man, and he breaks it in, the big hitter for the Lions. Martin trying to drag him down, it's the tight end Jackson, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. 73-yard bomb. And that cuts this game in half. Well, like we were saying for the Chieftains, you were just waiting for the big play downfield to work for them. Lions have had their fair share of shots down the field. Oakley, an interception last time he took a deep shot. That time, as Jackson got behind Brady Martin. And good protection from the line as well to give Oakley plenty of time to survey and a chance for Jackson to get open down the field. And they connect a 73-yard touchdown. It's just when you think this game could be going the way the Chieftains, momentum is halted right now. We're going to cut this lead in half. Extra point pending here for Bone Wits. He hits it. Back to a one-score game here in Beatty Field in Tonganoxie. 73-yard touchdown, Oakley to Jackson. We got a good one coming down to the wire here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
And that has recharged this Lansing sideline and their crowd. Fully packed over there on the visiting side bleachers. That student section now getting loud to jump around. 14-7 ball game thanks to a 73-yard touchdown. Reed Oakley to Jackson, the tight end, Braden Jackson, senior tight end and linebacker. That pass, it felt like it was almost in the air felt like about a half a quarter almost, but it landed down and perfectly right where Jackson was. The best throw of the night by far and the best play of the night by far for this Lansing offense. Coming up empty-handed, their first 8 drives, 6 of those ending in punts. That one in an interception, and finally on the 8th drive, they punch it in for the touchdown. Return here pending for Martin, who just got beat that last play by Jackson, looking for a big play of his own. He stumbles, had a path to maybe get it up to midfield, but there is a flag that came flying in right around the 25-yard line. And like we always say, usually, more often than not, these are resulting against the returning team, and that appears to be the indication here as well. There's the first penalty of the game for Tongi, a block in the back. So clock's out 3 minutes, 43 seconds. I apologize for the lack of visibility as far with the game clock and the down and distance tonight. Got some extra fans getting full house here tonight. There's some fans just standing up, and I'm not going to tell them any different. Enjoying a really great football game here tonight. I'll continue to keep everybody updated on the times and stuff. Don't worry. Whole new ball game here. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chieftains coming out looking to answer. They start at their own 15, off the block in the back on the good return for Brady Martin as they go through the air again. And able to reel that one in. That's Gardea again. How great it has been that they can turn to him tonight and rely on him as he's able to bring it in for 10 plus.
Good for a Chieftain first down.
Not too bad from the senior. 3 receptions, 49 yards on the night. Can't ask for much more than that. Talon, another deep shot. Once Todd Brown, and he nearly brought that one in. Incomplete up that far sideline. Even if he would have reeled that one in, it's a question if he would have even been in bounds or not. It was great coverage by the Lions. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Never mind taking the deep shot there on 1st and 10. Pretty good signature here for this Preston Troyer offense, the way he likes to run things. Coach Troyer, 5-2 record in the postseason. Talon back to the air, and again, he finds Todd Brown peeling it out, trying to use the speed to get to that line to gain. He's going to be a couple yards short. Tracked down from behind by Kell. 3rd and short coming up here for Tonganoxie, officially 3rd down and 2.
Down for the Chieftains.
44 yards and a touchdown through the air tonight for Todd. They go to the ground for Talon, trying to churn out those 2 yards they need, and it's going to be close. So they're not. They do. Okay, so they officially call it. The far side official says he is at the line to gain. Let's move the chains for a first down. Another third down conversion tonight for Tongi. They finished that first half 1 of 4. They've opened up this second half now 3 of 4 on third downs. Yeah, we're going to see the Chieftains in no hurry whatsoever. Still going to take their time, get the call from the sideline. Now everybody comes up and set 8 seconds and counting on the play clock, so they got to get something off here sooner rather than later. Under 2 minutes to go in this quarter. Talon back through the air, throws and brings it in, going down to a knee. Hunter Nyhart. He brings in his first catch of the night. Good for about 5 or 6. Fourth Chieftain with the reception tonight. Now Hunter Nyhart. Under a minute and a half now in the third. Another thing we haven't seen in this game, we haven't seen any timeouts taken by either team.
Wow.
Down on the ground, 2nd and 4. And again, getting close, but not quite enough. Another third down and short coming. Backing it up, needed 4, got 3.
Forced out of bounds by number 50, Elijah Mathis.
Another chance to convert here for the Chieftains, looking to get into Lions territory. They're currently at their own 44-yard line. A little further than that, actually. Scoreboard's a little bit behind, but Tanner puts him in Lions territory right there. A good second effort. And you think he stopped in his tracks. You think you can rally behind him, but he somehow finds a way to keep those legs churning as he pushes out another first down. This is something that my partner, Dennis Drennan, always likes to say, 4's up here in Tonganoxie. 3 down, 1 to go from Beatty Field. And that clock will continue to run down, and we will head to the fourth quarter. Chieftains with the ball and the lead, 14-7, a quarter away from making another appearance in a sub-state championship game. See if they can close it out here on Tongi Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty. Start of the fourth quarter here on Tongi Sports Live, and it's another big run on the ground for Tanner Hand, 10 plus. As he turns his way from the 44 inside the 30.
22, Tanner Hand, the ball carrier for the Chieftains.
Tanner Hand now starting to come alive. Give it to him again. Rushes of 9, that last one for 16, and he takes this one for about 3. You can expect, I would imagine, now if you're Tongi, you're with the lead, you're into the fourth quarter, and this could be a time now where you can come out, a chance to flex your muscles and show the pride behind that offensive line and rely on the running game. You got one of the best Running backs in 4A in the backfield with Tanner Hand. Another rushing threat in the quarterback, Talon Langford. A chance for him to come out, run this clock down, and try to punch it in. Long sustained drives that ends with touchdowns. And another good one here for Tanner. He takes it. Are they going to give him the first down or call him just short? They're going to call him just short. He had 7, got 6, 3rd and 1.
Gain of 6 brings up 3rd down and 1.
Tonga's converted back-to-back 3rd downs. Another short one here, 3rd down and 1. That's really what they've been dealing with in this second half to this point. And another easy pickup. Good push by the line, splitting the gap right up the middle. And Tanner is able to take it. Another Chieftain first down as they are in the red zone. As this game is going to keep on rolling along. Another long drive being put together here by the Chieftains. They're going to give Hand a breather. Brady Martin in the backfield. Going to go through the air. Pump fakes. Throws to the end zone. Looking for his man. Contested catch, but he breaks it in. And again, it's Todd Brown for the touchdown. What a throw and what a catch. Tanner Kell draped on his back like a cape, but still able to reel that one in.
On the kick, extra point for the Chieftains, number 44, Cody Clark.
And that connection from Langford to Brown, it is red hot these past few weeks. Lobs, extra point try, splits them. And the Chieftains answer with a drive of their own. The scoring drive ending, a touchdown. Langford to Brown for the 2nd time in this game. 3rd total touchdown of the night for Todd. 2 receiving, 1 rushing. 10-19 mark, 21-7 ball game. In the 4th quarter, Chieftains in the driver's seat.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Just as they got inside their own 20-yard line, Talon Langford lays it out through the air and finds Todd Brown in the end zone once again. He's got 2 receiving touchdowns, 1 for 29 yards, that last one 16. He also has a rushing touchdown tonight. For those keeping track, that is 6 total touchdowns and about close to 7 quarters of action over these past few weeks for Todd Brown. Head of steam, taking the return up to the 40-yard line, Tanner Kell, this time for the Lions. And now they come out, so you're looking, they finally hit on the big play, 73 yards down the field. Oakley to Jackson for their first touchdown. Took them 8 drives to find the end zone. They finally did, and now they just saw the Chieftains put together pretty much almost an identical drive that they had to start the game. 10-plus plays going right down the field and ending it with the touchdown. Now back down by 2 scores. How will this Lansing offense respond? Well, let's find out, shall we? 1st and 10 from their own 40. They go on the ground. Plenty of space for Pollard. He gets upended after about a gain, close to about 7. Had a Lion slow to get up, and everything's okay. Nose of the football is going to be at the 47-yard line. Outside that 46-yard rush, that's the longest gain on the night for Pollard on the ground, 7 yards. Oakley back across his body, finds Jackson. Had to touch down the last drive, relying on some blockers and not going to get it. Chieftains there. Take him out of bounds. Wasn't able to get by and pick up that first down. And they're going to scoot him back and say he lost a yard. Now the Lions going backwards. They're down and 4. Oakley surveying another shot down the field, looking for Jackson, and he overthrows him, nearly intercepted. Todd Brown, he is having a terrific game tonight.
He's been everywhere on the field.
Good defense, 5.
0 for 6 tonight now on third downs. They're going to go for their first fourth down here. Got to have it here if you're Lansing. Time is not on your side. This game is starting to get late. 9 minutes to go. Season on the line. Win or go home. Down by 2 scores. 4th and 4. Oakley with time. Throws. Has a man, but it's through his hands. Mackay Butler incomplete. Nyhart was there to potentially put a hit on him. It would have been right near the sticks. But Butler can't bring it in, and the Lions turn it over on downs. Now, again, really expect this Chieftain team to come out, run the ball, try to melt out as much of this clock as they can. They take over at the Lansing 46-yard line. And in the backfield, give it to them. Chieftains wanting a penalty. Lions getting to the backfield. It's going to be a loss. Xavier Harmon and others are back there. They thought maybe someone came across early. They will back him up about a yard or two. Coming off the loss, second down, Talon looking to keep. Harmon there again to wrap him up, still at strong body of Talon, able to take him forward, propelling him an extra couple of yards. Harmon a little bit slow coming off the turf. He's asking for a sub. Hopefully he's okay. They're down in 7 now for the Chieftains. 10th drive in this game for Tonganoxie. Clock continuing to run, 7:45. On a third down and 7, Talon back to pass, pressure coming, able to get rid of it. Todd Brown is there again, gets by one man, puts a shoulder into another and spiked down at the 25-yard line. Johnny on the spot again for Tonganoxie, but a penalty in the backfield, and it is holding on Tonganoxie. A flag coming in, and that crowd, as soon as they realize they are not going to be happy, a flag coming in, holding is the call. Gavin Rhodes picking up the flag, giving it back to the official. Can't help but think of blindside. I said, now he just puts it down. He A for effort, Gavin. I see you out there. Good sportsmanship. A flag thrown nonetheless, and a big gainer for the Chieftains. Wiped off the board, would have been 19 yards. Instead, Chieftains pick up their second penalty of the game. Now it becomes 3rd and 17.
3rd down and 17, Chieftains.
Yeah, for the most part, we have played a pretty clean game. Not a whole lot of laundry has been on the field, especially in that first half. Screen, too high. Todd trying to jump up and bring that one down. We saw Tongi do that last week. And this time it results in no gain and incompletion. And the Chieftains will have to punt the ball away. So the door, it's still slightly open for the Lions. And a chance to try to come back in this game. Still down 2 scores. They're going to get the ball. 7:24 to go in the 4th. Talon will move back in punt formation, as it looks like you have Butler and Pollard both back ready to return this punt, as they will set up shop at their own 25-yard line. Allen able to get it away. Lions were bringing some pressure. And it's taken in here by Pollard. Really risky. Of course, for Pollard, you're not wanting to sit there and just watch it roll and get pinned maybe an extra 5+ yards. But very risky when you had a lot of red jerseys in the area. If that takes one funky bounce off his hand, his finger, bicep, and that pops loose, that potentially is a game ender right there. But the aware ball from the sophomore able to squeeze it. Basically goes right down where he brought it in at the 25. 7 minutes, 13 seconds, 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line. Lions gasping, potentially looking for 6 on this drive. Oakley through the air, dumps it off, has his man Pollard out of the backfield and escorted out of bounds. Brady Martin was closing in on him. Pressure coming for the Chieftains, really no other option for Oakley there. Takes the smart dump down, lives to see another down. Picks up a good game, about 5.
25-yard line.
Second and 5, Lions coming to the line now. Clock stops, 7 minutes, 7 seconds. Oakley trying to go back through the air. Line giving him some time, running out. Kendall Smith was closing in and nearly an interception. Looking for Kell. He threw it just behind and Brady Martin was right there. Almost collected on the interception. And for Oakley, who's thrown, including the touchdown he had in this game, 21 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Nearly number 12 right there. They're down 5 now up for Lansing.
He would love to have that one back.
For sure.
With 5 yards to go, it's 3rd down.
6 minutes, 59 seconds in this ballgame. 3rd down and 5 in the 4th quarter. Chieftains a 2-score lead. Got to have it here for the Lions. Pressure coming again for Tongi. Geiger is there. Smith closing in. Robbins in there as well. It's a trifecta of Chieftains in the backfield to drop Oakley near the 10-yard line. And the punting unit will come on again. Another 3-and-out force here by this Chieftain defense. Smith, the first one back there. Oakley's going to be punting this one well into his own end zone. Nobody back to return it here for the Chieftains. Oakley will roll out, puts a good charge into this one. Makes the bounce right around the 40-yard line, and will roll and die out. Lions will let the Chieftains take over in Lansing territory. 6 minutes, 7 minutes still to go in this ball game. Again, I want to give a special thank you to our friends over at Grounded Coffee House, proud supporters of us here at Tonganoxie Sports Live. Established in 2022, Grounded Coffee House serves great coffee with an even greater cause. To learn how you can help make a difference and to support, follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org. Next time you're in town, Caden, I encourage you, stop by Grounded Coffee House.
Will do.
Great coffee, great baked goods, treats, and sweets, just about anything you can think of. Back to the ground again, go the Chieftains in Tanner Hand. He backpedals his way, taking a Lion with them right at the 40.
Tackled by number 52, Aiden Leftwich. And a 4 brings up 2nd down and 6 on the Lansing 40.
Just letting the time continue to melt away. Now under 5.5 to go in this game. Five on the play clock. It's snapped back on the ground again to Tanner. Continuing to run, and he will be slung down Noah Mathis on the stop for Lansing. Is this going to be our first timeout taken of the game? And it looks like it will be our head coach, Rick Pollard. It really is, it's truly hard to believe at the 5-minute, 3-second mark of the fourth quarter, that is when you see the first timeout of the game taken.
Yeah.
Don't see that all too often. You want to give just a quick scoring update. Again, we've been keeping our eyes, of course, on the game here. Chieftains currently up 21-7. Now 5 minutes away from holding on, moving on to the next round. And if things don't change down in Chanute, which it looks like I doubt they would potentially, but that's a 37-7 ball game there. Bishop Miege on top of Chanute. So, as of right now, if things were to stay true in both these matchups, we would be back here next week. 37-7, Miege on top of Chanute. That's what everyone's been coming up and asking for the scoring update, so I wanted to give it here to everybody. So we could be looking potentially at a Tongi-Miege sub-state championship game right here at Beatty Field a week from now. But business at hand right here at Beatty Field. A 2-score lead for the Chieftains, and with the ball, 3rd down and 5. On the ground, they keep it. Tanner Hand full steam ahead, and he picks up that first down and a couple extra. And a big 3rd down conversion here for the Chieftains. Make it 4 in a row for them now in the second half that they've converted. And they can continue to just run the ball, melt this clock away.
You know, under 5 minutes is where Lansing's trying to go, okay, we got to start maybe thinking about some turnovers and things like that.
No, I mean, you need a turnover in the worst way that you can. That's why there's no way. I don't see him going through the air here for Tongi, at least. You got Tanner Hand, who, and for the better part of this game, has been bottled up, but he's really hitting his stride. Got that student body formation in the backfield. Student body left. Tanner cutting it back up the middle, had a crease, and takes it past the 30 down to the 29, and Lansing will burn their second timeout. And it's such almost like a helpless feeling if you're a Lions fan, a player, a coach right now, because you're looking up at that scoreboard and you're just seeing a 2-score deficit and Tongi with the ball, and they're continuing to just run this ball, melt this clock down, and feel like your season. I mean, it's coming in on you. The walls are closing in, and it is getting really, really tight.
The fact that the ball's not in their hands is one thing.
That too.
I mean, we saw the Chiefs last Sunday with the ball wasn't in their hands, and luckily we got the block field goal to help.
It was on Leo Chanel's hand there.
Yeah,
I know that much. What a crazy finish that game was.
So fun.
I don't think we're going to get a finish like that here tonight. There have been crazier things that have been done. Do not get me wrong. But all the momentum, it is on the side of Tongi right now. So with all 3 of their timeouts, Lansing left with just 1. 4 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 7 for Tongi. Student body formation again. That's Martin and Brown staggered on the sides of Talon. Hand directly right behind him. They go student body right. And again, another cut. And another good chunk. Takes it close to the 25, and the 3rd and final timeout will be taken here. Here's some of the disgruntling, some of the Tongi fans, but this is what you're supposed to do if you're Coach Pollard. You can't just sit there and let the clock run down because, I mean, this is at the point. Of course, no Tongi fan's going to want to hear this right now, but if you're in that defense right now, it's 3rd down right now, so if you force them to a stop here, I think Tongi's going to go for it, no doubt. But if you can find a way when they're keeping it on the ground to get a hand in there, strip that ball loose, get that turnover, you still have some time. You don't have a whole lot of time, but you have a chance and maybe a prayer to be answered. You can try to get a quick score. We saw them do it. Their lone score of the game, it was a 73-yard touchdown from Oakley to Jackson, downfield to the tight end. That is about the best case scenario that the Lions are hoping for here. 4 minutes, 2 seconds, student body formation again. The Chieftains 3 yards away from potentially the knockout blow. Tanner back on the ground. Lions selling out on it, and they get him right around the line of scrimmage, maybe just for 1 yard. So here's that 4th down situation. I think they'll actually say no gain. Might even said he lost half a yard. Yeah, no indication for the Chieftains. They're not going to divert their course right now. 22 seconds and counting on the play clock, so they can run this down to just a little over 3 minutes still left. Chieftains put a new package in. Still have Hand in the backfield, 2 receivers near side, and Brown and Marins. Alex Gardea, the lone receiver, near the far sideline. Chieftains might try to get him to jump. Somebody came across, but I believe a lineman moved first for Tongi, and that would have been a free 5 yards. But did Tongi call a timeout? Indication from the near side official is that Tongi called for a timeout, and that's exactly what it was. So thankfully, crisis averted for Tongi, as that looked like that was going to be a potential false start that would have set them back 5 yards. But instead, the first timeout of the game taken by Preston Troyer. That will slow things down here for a moment. 3 minutes, 11 seconds. And folks, I want to ask everybody while we're all still around to stick around for the Brothers Market postgame show we got coming up here in just about 3 minutes or so. We will hope to hear from head coach Preston Troyer, get his thoughts on this game and a potential sub-state championship matchup again here at Beatty Field. Essentially, I never like to officially say it is until there's zeros on the clock in both games, but right now that is where that potential opportunity is heading. Got a 4th down and 4 here for Tonganoxie. 4th down and long 3, short 4. They're going to go through the air. Talon looking for Marins, and he brings it in. Down around the 15-yard line of Lansing. And that very well could do it. And the great night for Marins continues. And Lansing with no timeouts. All they can do is just look on.
1st and 10 Chieftains on the Lansing 17.
Now you start to see people in the crowd starting to pull out their phones. They've been getting scoring updates all night, but everybody's really looking for that Miege-Chanute score to see what potentially could come in 7 nights from now. Another run up the middle, minimal gain. All that matters for Tongi is you get the ball, you hold on to it, don't turn it over. That clock continues to run. Run, clock, run. Tanner Hand, another fairly signature performance for him tonight. Talon through the air has been good. I can see Principal Cody Witt, Athletic Director Josie Eastis. They have a hold of the plaques that they will be rewarding to the Chieftains here in just under 2 minutes from now. I can feel a little more comfortable now. I think I can come to grips with it now as Tanner takes it, had a gap. Will bring him down. Short gain, takes it to about the 10. A chunk of 5, not a short gain. So it's crazy to think in the span of how long this Tonganoxie football program has been around, better part of 100+ years. And that last year they made history. We're going to the sub-state championship game for the first time in school history. And just like that, a year later, they're going to be right back there. And it'll be right back here on this field. As they will host the 15-seed Bishop Miege Stags. Not too often you see a 15-seed make it all the way to a sub-state championship game. Tanner again up the middle. He's got the first down, and that will do it. One more knee from Tongi, and the party is going to be on. You can see the players on the sideline starting to get pumped up. They're ready to celebrate this one. The best formation in football, victory formation coming up hugs out there on the field. This group, a lot of key sophomores and juniors a year ago. High expectations for them to get back potentially to a sub-state championship game this year. It wasn't the start they wanted, but right now they're looking for the ultimate finish. And this game here is over. For the second year in a row, your Tonganoxie Chieftains are sectional champions. And they're going to a sub-state final. And again, a chance to defend the home turf one final time. Final score, Tonganoxie 21, Lansing 7. What a clinic that was put on by this defense tonight. Only one touchdown given up, fireworks going off. Yes, sir. What a sight at the end of this game.
How cool is that? Not very many high schools can say they have fireworks after the games.
Zeros on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and for the second time this year, the Chieftains defeat the Lansing Lions. In both those games, defense only allowing one touchdown. Took a 7-0 lead into halftime at one point. Gave up a 73-yard touchdown to the Lions. It was back to a one-score game. How did they respond? By going down, putting together another about 14, 15 play drive and capping it off with a 16-yard touchdown. Talon Langford to Todd Brown, and that was all she wrote in this one. What an exciting game. What another great sight. Chieftains this time, and from a year ago, have the pleasure of celebrating a sectional championship win here on their home turf in front of their home fans. And they're not going to keep him off the field tonight at Beatty Field. Team huddled up here for a moment. And we are waiting for the plaque to officially be presented to them. I believe if they've handed it to them already, it's somewhere it's somewhere in that mix, I think. Nope, they still have it over here. Athletic Director Josie Eastus, he still has it. So we will show you them handing the plaque over and the celebration to ensue. Again, we usually get Coach Troyer up for an interview during these home games. It's going to be really, really hard for him maybe to make his way up here tonight. I know there's going to be a lot of celebrating, a lot of pictures, and a lot of reasons to celebrate with his team, family members, and members of the community in Tonganoxie High School, and rightfully so. This team, this group, has found a way to continue to make history.
We'd like to direct your attention to both sides of the field. We'd like to congratulate our sectional runner-up.
And a great season for Lansing as well, back down here in 4A. Runner-ups in the sectional final. What a sight that is.
And fans, we'd like to congratulate our sectional champions for the second straight year in a row.
And there it is. It is being handed off. It's in the hands of Tanner Hand. He holds it up high. And the party is on here in Tonganoxie. Oh, what a sight. What a very awesome sight. Another great reason we continue to do what we do here at Tonganoxie Sports Live. It doesn't happen without the backing and support from our tremendous and amazing sponsors. We do have Coach Troyer making his way up here for an interview. Caden, if you don't mind, he's going to need your headset when he comes up here.
Yeah.
Just so I can ask him just a couple of questions. But players continuing to celebrate out on the field. Coach Troyer making his way up here into the press box. Again, appreciate his time. It is so easy to stay down there and celebrate with his team. He is making his way up here right now. They continue to pass that trophy around, show it up high. Now joined here in the Brothers Market postgame show by your head coach of the Tonganoxie Chieftains, Preston Troyer. Coach, you know, I said it on Frontier League Sports Live earlier in the year. I said, how do you follow up a season where you made history last year? And it was you make more of it this year. For the second year in a row, you guys are going to a sub-state final. How about it?
Oh, man, feels great. Feels great to get that win. You know, we talked all week. Playing a team twice is never an easy thing, and, you know, they gave us all that they had, and, you know, it came down to the end, but we found a way.
Yeah, found a way, and a lot of that backing of your defense. There was a point in that game where they had, I see it on here, I mean, there was potentially 7 drives, 6 of them ending in punts, 5 of those were 3-and-outs, and then that interception for Schmidt. They give up the touchdown, that 73-yard bomb, and the offense just answers a 10-plus play drive going down the field, scoring talent to Todd Brown. 3 touchdowns for him tonight for Todd, 6 total over the last 2 weeks. Just tell me, this group, they went on that run, a big core on that run a year ago, and now it's their turn as the true leaders of this team, the senior leaders, and many more behind them, making this deep run. You told me last time we talked that this team, they just don't quit. They never give up.
Never.
I don't think everybody expected you guys really to be here again, especially after the first 2 weeks of the season. I think a lot of people wrote the Tonganoxie Chieftains off. What do you got to say about it now?
Hey, man, I'm proud of them. You know, I look back to halftime of last week, and, you know, we were down 10. It was like, hey, basically we just said, hey, seniors, this is your time. Like, what are you going to do with it? And since then, they've taken off with it. You know, this has been a great group. I knew they were going to be special, and, you know, I'm just proud of them. I'm proud to be a part of it with them.
Well earned, a sub-state championship game. It'll be back here at Beatty Field, hosting the Bishop Miege Stags. Just a little bit of a preview of that matchup for us.
Yeah, we know. You know, we've seen them, saw them 3 years in a row. We know they're going to be tough. We know they're going to have some good athletes, and you know, we're just going to enjoy tonight, and we'll get preparing for them tomorrow.
Well done, Coach. Thank you again for the time. Go count them down.
All right, Will.
All right, again, Preston Schroyer, head coach of the Tonganoxie Chieftains, joining us here in the Brothers Market post-game show. We got to step aside, give our sponsors some love, recap, analysis of this game, a preview to next week's matchup, all that and more. Coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, Chieftains 2024 Acacia Sectional Champions.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
And as the music says, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Definitely the case here tonight at Beatty Field. Your final score, Chieftains 21, Lions 7. Second time this year the Chieftains have beaten the Lansing Lions, once up at Lansing and now here at Beatty Field. And again, you heard me talk about it there towards the end. The game, it's technically not over yet. They're 3 minutes, 49 seconds now on the clock. Miege, a 37-7 lead. So again, barring a miraculous miracle happening down there, something just completely never seen before in the sport of football, we will have the sub-state championship game here next week, and the Chieftains will host the Bishop Miege Stags. You heard Coach Schroyer talk about it. They know the challenge that comes with hosting the Stags put all of that aside. I'm not going to bring it up. Everybody knows when you talk about Bishop Miege, everybody knows the challenge that comes with that. But at the end, they're led by a great coach, John Holmes, one of the best high school football coaches in the state. They got great players, great talent, and they will be coming in as a 15 seed. This is going to be, I believe, their 4th or 5th win of the season tonight down in Chanute. This win tonight for the Chieftains, just to compare some notes and some numbers here. Well, Tonganoxie tonight, this was win number, I really got to scroll through my notes here, my goodness. Win number 7 on the season. So, again, not too often you see in the sub-state final a 5 seed hosting a 15 seed. It's 10 seeded difference. That is just absolutely nuts, but that is exactly what's going to happen next week. And again, before everybody completely signs off, I do want to just put this out there. We had the sub-state championship game here a year ago. It was an audio-only broadcast. Again, something I'm not going to get into right here. Everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows the reasoning and all that. So that could be the case again this year. I'm hoping it's not the case, but I'm very confident in saying there will be a broadcast here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, whether if it's normal like we just did tonight and like we've been doing all season and every football game for the Chieftains for the better part of the last 5 seasons now here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, or it could be an audio-only thing. But we are going to do our best. We're going to do everything we can to provide free coverage for Chieftain football as they will go to their 2nd ever sub-state championship game next week. Caden, again, I thank you again for coming out tonight. Your thoughts on this? Because you were here with the Spring Hill crew 2 weeks ago, back in week 2. Broncos got the win there 18-14. That was a Tonganoxie team. I think pretty safe to say they look like complete polar opposites than they did in that game, right?
Yeah, Spring Hill Tonganoxie games are usually, week 2, usually at the beginning of the year, so I don't really get to see these guys in person, as much as I would probably like to. But yeah, they got a dang good team coming here at the later end of the, of playoffs here. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. So
they're good. Thank you, gentlemen.
It's been a lot of fun to see, and hopefully you guys can, or I guess we in this sense can win and see how far they can go.
Yeah, that would be absolutely huge. Again, looking forward to that matchup here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Hopefully. Next Friday. It's now time to crown our Midwest Carpet Center Player of the Game. They have all your carpet and flooring needs with a professional quality and great pricing. Family owned and operated. Stop by and see them today in downtown Tonganoxie or visit their website, MidwestCarpetCenter.com, to learn more. Again, another thing I always hand over to Dennis Drennan. Again, in case if you're just now tuning in, he's back at home. He's recovering. We should have him back here soon on Tonganoxie Sports Live. I've been thinking about you all night, Denny. I know you've been watching along comfortably from home, but I think tonight I'm trying to channel of what he would say, what he would tell me, and I think tonight he would go with giving it to the defensive unit because he always goes the way. It's never just a player. It's usually 2 players or it's a group. This tonight, I think it would be a unit, the defensive unit tonight. Absolutely spectacular tonight as they started the game with 6 straight punts, 5 of those being 3 and outs, an interception on the 7th drive by Owen Schmidt for Lansing. They gave up the touchdown on the 8th possession, 73 yards, and then they respond with a turnover, forcing a turnover on downs, and then another 3 and out punt that ended on a sack from Kendall Smith and company. Deep in Lions territory, Oakley had to punt from his own end zone. Chieftains got the ball back, marched it down, took all the remaining time off the clock, and that was all she wrote in this one here tonight. So congratulations to the Tonganoxie defense as being our Midwest Carpet Center Player of the Game, or our unit of the game in this sense. Again, they are out on the field, passing that plaque around, continuing to take pictures. It has been absolutely great tonight here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We're going to step aside. We're going to take one more final break. We'll wrap up this broadcast on the other side on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home of Chieftain football.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
Community-minded and community-strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small-town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
The final sight here tonight from Beatty Field. Again, your final score, Chieftains 21, Lions 7. And Tonganoxie is your 2024 Acacia 4A sectional champion, second year in a row. That field house and inside that office, that's where they keep all the plaques and stuff. It is starting to get pretty full in there, bringing home a regional sectional championship plaques and back-to-back seasons now, as this great run, this historic run for the Chieftains will continue. Those Friday night lights are going to be left on for one more week as the Chieftains make their way. They are one of the 4 final teams that will be remaining in the Acacia football playoffs. So now we are currently, I'm going to try to get us all updated on final scores that are being reported, again, from our matchups earlier, brought to you by Wizard of Pause. So we'll start up here in 6A as we're pulling up the scores right now. Hopefully a lot of these are probably starting to go final right now. So in 6A there at the top, we have Gardner Edgerton. They have come back, currently leading Blue Valley Northwest 37-9. Gardner Edgerton looking to defend their 6A title if they can hold on to this lead. We have a final score between Blue Valley West and Shawnee Mission Northwest. It is Blue Valley West 35, Shawnee Mission Northwest 20. Jaguars over the Cougars in that one. Derby dominant in their matchup, 63-21. That game still in progress, but it is pretty much over. Panthers on top of the Blue Aces. And a close one it was a 1-point game last time we checked on Manhattan and Wichita Northwest, but the Indians have come back 49-28. They have the lead in that one, so that is how your sub-state matchups are looking like they're going to happen between Gardner Edgerton and Blue Valley Northwest and Derby against Manhattan. As on to 5A, and again, wouldn't expect anything less from this game. Mill Valley and St. Thomas Aquinas. It is a 1-point game right now. Aquinas with the lead, 23-22, trying to knock off the defending 5-time state champion Mill Valley Jaguars. They hold the lead by a point. Game is not final yet. I'm sure you got to go to 810 Varsity or to the NFHS network and pay to watch that one. So we'll keep an eye for a final score on that one. St. James Academy knocking out the 15 seed Blue Valley North Mustangs 45-0. So the Thunder are on to the sub-state, and they'll take on the winner of Mill Valley and St. Thomas Aquinas. Out on the west side, Hayes with the win over Hutchinson 28-0. And still, we don't have a score reported yet for Topeka Seaman and Goddard Eisenhower. I think maybe somebody might have had a score. I'll ask here. Friend of the program, Brendan Bowen, did we have a score for Eisenhower and Topeka Seaman? Okay, so I think we're getting our scores from the same place, so still nothing reported out there. So not sure who's winning between the Tigers and the Vikings, but it's probably a close game knowing those two teams. Meanwhile, here over in 4A, we know the Chieftains have punched their ticket. They're on to Sub-State. Bishop Miege, they are a minute 13 seconds away from punching their ticket. Now the lead 37-13 over Chanute. So it looks like they're on their way to the Sub-State Championship game. That'll be the matchup on the east side. Tongi and Miege. Over in the west, it is still a 14-0 reported score. Buhler against Wamego. That was what we had at halftime. It still says it's in progress. So that game, the score could be changed. It could still be Buhler with the lead. Wamego could have came back. We're not sure. We will wait for a final score on that. What was that? Okay, so Eisenhower, 44-14. Thank you, Brendan Bolin, for getting us the score on that one. So the great season for the Vikings comes to an end. Goddard Eisenhower is on to the next round. They will take on the Hayes Indians. Last matchup on the west side there at the bottom. Andover Central, of course, steamrolling Wellington 58-13. A great season coming to an end there for the Crusaders. Jaguars on to the next round. They will take on the winner of that Buhler-Wamego game. And again, the most important thing in the middle of all that, Chieftains take care of business, and they will go on to the Sub-State Championship game as we take a look at what we have coming up. Again, I stress to everybody, we plan and we're going to do everything we possibly can to be here and to stream this game, even if it's an audio-only broadcast. I plan on being here. I want to bring this game to everybody that can't. Come and watch it, no matter what the circumstances, what the reasonings are. We've been covering this team every single game, regular season and postseason, ever since 2020, and that's not changing anytime soon. So we're going to fight for our right to be here next week for the Sub-State Championship game, and then winter sports season will kick off December 4th. That'll be here before we know it. A home duel, boys and girls wrestling against Bonner Springs in the first basketball matchup that following Friday at Lewisburg. Again, just a peek of what we have coming up on Tonganoxie Sports Live. I encourage everybody to visit our website, varsitysportslive.com, and hit that Tonganoxie tab there at the top. And also just check out Varsity Sports Live as well. It's where you can stay up to date on all the latest upcoming broadcasts. You can watch previous games on demand of your favorite team. All that and more over at Varsity Sports Live. And real quick, while we do have some time, I just want to give another special thank you to all of our tremendous sponsors for the 2024-2025 school year here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It is without your guys' tremendous support, we would not be able to provide this great coverage that we can for the community, the student athletes, our families, and everybody around for free. Without your guys' tremendous support, we would not be able to do it. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, from Dennis Drennan, and all of us here at Tonganoxie Sports Live and Varsity Sports Live under BJ Harris, Leslie Harris, and others. Thank you so much for your support of what we do here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Again, you've been watching Chieftain football tonight in the Brothers Market post-game show. Getting ready to wrap it up here. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Buddy, I'll see you next week if you're here. And Brendan Bolin starts to make his way out. I'm the last man up here in the press box. So, again, for the second year in the row, Chieftains sectional champions are on to the Sub-State final and a win away from going to Emporia for a state championship football game, the first in their history. That would be. They got a tough test ahead of them next week against Miege. That game just went final between the Stags and the Blue Comets, and it's a 37-13 finish. Miege with the win. So the 15 seed, they go on the road first 3 weeks, and they knock off Lewisburg. They beat Labette last week, Labette County and the Grizzlies, and now they've just gone down to Chanute, and they knock off the 3-seeded Blue Comets. And now they will come in here to Tonganoxie, Beatty Field. You know, it's going to be an environment. People are going to be charged. People are going to be excited. There's going to be a lot on the line. The stakes have never been higher this season for the Chieftains as they will host the Stags. Acacia for a Sub-State Championship game. Again, alongside everybody here at Tonganoxie Sports Live, Caden Carbajo has been helping us on camera tonight. Dennis Drennan, hopefully we will have him back with us next week. I'm Dylan Funk. I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for tuning in and joining me tonight and watching Chieftain football with me on a Friday night in November. Hope we can call you guys back here in a week from now, back at Beatty Field. You've been watching Tonganoxie Athletics on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.